manage to keep a household, how you gonna manage to keep a community? Yeah, so look at this idiot talking about I sold out, named Lester Pierce. The job of every businessman is to sell out, because I produce products. Of course I sold out, you stupid ass. See, you coming on my platform telling me I sold out, but let's go to Lester's. Let's go to Lester's page, and let's see what he offers to the black community. And I guarantee there's nothing. And this is what I'm saying. Show me a person who got something negative to say right now. If you got something negative to say it right now. And let us go to your page and let's see how you contribute to your people. Let's see how much people have you captivated. You know you on a page right now where I got over 150,000 people following me. Over 150,000 people following me on this page. And it's a guaranteed fact I'm gonna have over 100,000 people inside of the first hour when this thing is done. It's a fact. That's power. And instead of you saying, let me see if I can incorporate myself into that power, become a power myself, and then let's get together so we can be powerful as a unit, so we can get this information to massively be propagated and promulgated into our consciousness. No, you know what you do? You want to take the time out of your day instead of building or minding your business.
I got some
you
funny
want to mind mine and try
Polight.
to shut me down.
I got some funny clips. Peace to brothers, UK.
You want to mind my business and shut me down, but you don't want to mind your own business. After you destroy me, what do you have to offer to the black community? Nothing. You just go back and you find another black person to terrorize. Y'all people say y'all hate the white man, but you hate black people more. All these cats that say they hate the white man got way more videos disrespecting their own people, disrespecting black families, disrespecting black children, disrespecting black women. You got more videos disrespecting your own people and trying to shut them down in the name of you hate the white man. Do me a favor, y'all. Anybody that contends that the white man is the devil, go on their channel and watch how many times they tear down their own people, but they will not tear down the same cracker that they say they against. They tell you all the time, kill the cracker, hate the cracker. They tell you this all the time. But when you go on their channel, all they do is blaspheme, disrespect, undermine, circumvent, and usurp the work and productivity of other black nationalists. Absolute fact. Look at the brother Sinetta. He been doing what he do for years. You ain't gotta like him. In fact, if you don't like him, build your own platform and move forward. But you know what they do? They build a platform talking about him. They don't build a platform to uplift you. They build a platform to take him down. This is what they do. And y'all falling for it for years. But then if you look at side channel, you can see he has economic programs up there, religious doctrine and dogma and debates for you to kind of make discernment about which one is for you. You don't got to pick either side. You can like things from either one of the two sides. You have the freedom to do so. Some people are not into it. Good, but that's not the only thing he does on this channel. He does politics. He does economics. He does religion. He does a whole bunch of things. But guess what people do? They complain. They complain about the one thing they don't like, but they don't see the diversity of material he gives for absolutely free. Salute to the brother Sinetta.
All right, so I was supposed to play this my last live, this clip right here. Killer Mike and DJ Envy, who do you agree with? All right, I'm gonna set a poll too. So listen.
You in an area where your children are being treated hostilely. You a rich nigga. You got white folks' money. So you are not going to endure the same the hostilities that a working class black parent is, who's living in Sumter, who's living in Atlanta.
I know my kids been called niggas. It's been hostile. It's been
I didn't say being called niggas when your dad got a Ferrari just don't hurt as much. You know what I'm saying? Like no, I'm very serious.
No, for them, I'm just a
no,
nigga
because me, you always getting a good argument, but nigga, you rich, and you cannot take that away. And my question becomes this. With all the great education you got, you turned out to be a DJ and a real estate investor. You didn't have to go to college.
Not a DJ, an entrepreneur, bro.
I'm not dissing DJs.
Okay,
nigga, I'm a part of hip hop. I'm an MC. I'm just a rapper. I can call myself an entrepreneur too, and I am. Right? We both got millions of dollars of profit. We both do cool shit. But we make our money singing and dancing. That's what we make our money doing. So your investment comes from your talent, what you were interested in, what you chose to pursue. Black people, your children are going to have pursuits. And I was looking for, and I'll find, before I came up here, I visited an academy that's owned by a former Ohio State player. This academy is all black children, bought a small church out in Lithonia, Georgia. All black kids learning, dominating, 100% college rate. So what I was getting to on a grander level is, if you can't send your children to Woodward, if you can't send your children to St. wherever, I'm going to send my youngest daughter, hopefully to Paideia, just so she gets some inclusion, because she's a little too black for me. She's a little Chuck D's. You know, she scare me sometimes. I'm saying to put confident children in the world. See, because we always love that cop out of, hey, man, you know, we sent my children there for a better education, but the same niggas be telling me how much they paid for college. Your children ain't rewarding that by scholarship.
The heads up.
The
heads up is always look at your clock. If it's 10 p.m., do you know where your kids are? 10 p.m., just know I just might be out for the count. You dig? Last night I wasn't even live. And guess what? I fell asleep during the game. I was mad as hell, but usually the game be over. I just woke up in time for the Bengals' last drive in the red zone and then the Ravens comeback. Usually when I fall asleep during a Thursday, Sunday, Monday night game, the game be over. I wake up 2, 3 a.m. I'd be pissed off. It'll just go off. I luckily woke up at the best moments because I see the game was boring as shit. It was 16-10 when I woke up. So I'm like, damn, only a field goal? What was the difference? You did? Because it was like 13-6, something like that. Or 13-10. Yeah, 13-10 when I fell asleep. So I wake up only to 16-10, perfect. But yeah, 10 o'clock, just know I'm probably out. So when my panelist knows that. That's why they don't let me talk. They don't invite me, engage me, nothing. They talk to each other. I'm biased and go to sleep. 3, 2, 1. Once I'm inactive at 10 p.m., it's over. Or anything after 10 p.m. If I'm inactive, it's over.
After you do them years, you're not directing your children to Howard, not you. You're not directing your children to Howard or Morehouse or Spelman or Bethune-Cookman or Tuskegee University. Then you're doing some further chump shit. You just tell them for 5-6 years.
By the way, the thumbnail you're looking at, Brother Polight, I mean, I don't know. Like wealth can come in different looks, different forms. But Polight is purposely trying to look like wealth, look like money. That thumbnail does a poor job of trying to, just off looks alone, right? Just presentation alone, I would not think that person is supposed to be wealthy. I would think they're probably just a YouTuber troll, you dig? That's not a money look at all, man. That's a project, broke man look with the Mr. T kit, you dig? I'm just saying the look, that's not a money look. So maybe he needs to, have his wives or something, dress him up a little better, but that is not a money look at all. I'm telling you, man, if you want to convince that you got money like that, that's not the look.
You done been called a nigga. You done got.
All right, but listen, I'm going to be quiet for a couple minutes. I want y'all to hear the discussion between Killer Mike and DJ Envy. They're discussing which is better, private school or public school for Black people. Please fill out the poll. Which one is better? Which one would you rather do if you had the means? So if you had the money to go to private, would you go to private or would you still go to public? If you did not have if you had the means and you felt like where you lived at, it was only private schools around, you did that, would you go to public if there wasn't one accessible to you? So that's the poll.
Got a twisted word. It's a great education. The education don't even teach you as Egypt is in Africa. Don't teach you to be proud of nothing about yourself. It just teaches you how to take tests well and how to participate and coordinate according to the system and the way they teach you. And you never thought, God damn, I could start my own Montessori school, where it's 8 kids in the whole school. And I'm not saying this because I heard this shit in some goddamn chump-ass rhyme from a chump-ass rapper. I own a third of a block in Atlanta.
And
the second block next to me was bought by 5 white people who didn't even know each other. And they started a Montessori school within 3 months. Nigga, do something. I used to wonder to myself, man, why is Dick Gregory so mad? Because he cussed me and Tip out the first time we met him. He said, man, what y'all niggas gonna do? March, the same shit we've been doing 50 years? Nigga, they gonna tell you to march, you got to be off the streets by 7 o'clock. If you ain't ever gonna keep, the schools seem better because you buying into that. Why are we not starting our own academies and supporting them? Why are we not supporting historically Black colleges and universities? That's where our heroes went. That's where they came from. Dr. King went to Booker T. Washington. You gonna show me a nigga smarter than him? You understand what I'm saying? I don't have no problems with you loving your children. But my children go to public school. Because I pay taxes in public schools, and they named for black people. And either you're going to choose to be excellent and you're going to do better, or you're going to sit your chump ass down and you're going to keep me in the same shit over and over. But you can't complain and say that greatness wasn't given to you. If you walk in a school named for Frederick Douglass High School and you do not have the initiative, as a parent or the student to walk up and step up to that greatness, but you would do it at St. Pius? You would do it at St. Michael? Man, you a chump.
That's why
I'm not talking about you.
See, so you can sit here and say the chump shit all day long.
I'm not
right?
talking about you. I'm telling you light skin and I'm getting your feelings, but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about work.
Now, clearly, he was not like DJ Envy is not wrong for responding because it was indirect. And matter of fact, it's funny because I'm learning direct pronouns and indirect pronouns now in Spanish. That's the funny thing. But although it was not direct, I'm not mad at DJ Envy for taking it that way. He's not wrong, but Killer Mike was not talking about DJ Envy. So let's make that clear. I do not believe at all Killer Mike was talking about DJ Envy, but I understand why DJ Envy took it like that because it appeared like he was indirectly. So both dudes are not wrong, just a misunderstanding. Brother Mike could have packaged it a little better. Again, I'm DJ Envy, I'm not mad at him for taking it like that. Although we know that Killer Mike was talking about like just the general public. You did. So miscommunication.
Working class. I'm not talking about chump.
That's why we just
complain and say that greatness wasn't given to you. If you walk in a school named for Frederick Douglass High School and you do not have the initiative, as a parent or the student to walk up and step up to that greatness, but you would do it at St. Pius? You would do it at St. Michael? Man, you a chump.
That's why
I'm not talking about you.
See, so you can sit here and say the chump shit all day long.
I'm not talking about you. I'm telling you light skin and I'm getting your feelings, but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about working class people. I'm talking again about working class people.
Those public school teachers are not getting paid, are overworked, and some of them are not putting the effort out because some of them are the worst teachers in the country.
I don't agree. I'm here to defend.
I agree with DJ Envy, and on behalf of the conscious community and black colleges, you guys agree too. That's why you want a black school. So I that's why my disagreement with the schools is different from Umar's. But I understand why some will want a black school. I understand why, but are they going to really fix the problem? You dig? Will your school be really better? And like that's because we provide an alternative. Like for example, Buy Black, because we offer an alternative black fish store, black sneaker store, black music store. That doesn't mean it's going to be good or it can compete or it has quality material like the stores that were not black. See, so we're better off just keep going to Walmart. If you're not going to produce products or we are buying your product, we're ordering your product and you're sending it to us packaged terribly. Like somebody sent me, oh my God, somebody sent me, what was it? I mean, the product was destroyed when it got to my doorstep. Destroyed. I couldn't use them at all. This was the whole Buy Black thing. Everything was destroyed. Maybe one thing. I think it was scents, oils, or candles, something. But everything was destroyed, but like one thing. It was like ridiculous. See, but that's Buying Black though. I would have rather just did the Amazon way. Probably got the same price, Amazon, same quality, maybe even cheaper, maybe even better. But at the very least, the quality assurance would have been there. So if you have a black service and black product, black folks give you one try because we are used to receiving services and products a certain way where it comes to our liking, our satisfaction. If you're going to compete and replace who we're buying from, who are servicing us, you have to be as good or better. Can't be worse. Okay, that's just a little gem right there, a jewel.
You are full of shit.
I don't agree.
I'm here.
Some of them are not putting the effort out because there's some of them are the worst teachers in the country.
I don't agree. I'm here to defend teachers. You are full of shit. As taxpayers,
my mom is a public school teacher.
You full of shit. You full of shit. You full of shit.
My mom been a public school teacher for 30 years.
Some DJ.
I mean, Charlamagne, your mom could have been great or could have been bad, but the fact that she's black, dude, how many, come on, man. Like, I don't know about right now, but at least when I grew up, anybody, I'm going to say 85 and earlier, majority of teachers are white, even in the black neighborhood, the majority of teachers were white. And it wasn't your mom, Charlamagne. So that means that the connection was not there. And that's what DJ Envy is talking about. Like, dude, like you can't, and like those teachers can't be, DJ Envy, right? Those teachers are beginners, right? They're what's the term when you're new with no experience? And someone, somebody help me out. But with no skills, no nothing. Like they start off in black communities. So and like that was well known. So like we get the worst teachers, and or we get teachers who've been teaching for a while, but really had poor results in their classes, like grades wise. Their kids really don't pass like that. Maybe an average class, the grade was D or C minus. Those are teachers we get. And a lot of them happen to be white or non-black, maybe Hispanic, something else, but definitely non-black. Maybe Chinese or Asian, but that was DJ Envy point. Like they were not black, Charlamagne. Your mom didn't represent teachers for people born like 85 and earlier. And anybody born after 85, you can tell us your story, but that's where DJ Envy is going.
Days whack. You not one of them. Nah, get out of here with that. That's wrong. That's to throw teachers under the bus.
Yeah, Blue Devil, that's a fact. Yeah, Blue Devil, the comeback will never be on par. Yeah, right. Nah, we definitely got to reinvent the wheel. Like we got to start that all over. We got to take that L, press reset on the game, and start that one all over. Knock your king over and reset the board. Start all over, man. We are all over the place. All over the place. It was pretty good when I was growing up. We had real communities. You know, every parent was looking out for every other person's kid. I literally knocked on doors for sugar. My mom sent me to knock on doors for whatever. She trying to make cornbread, milk, you dig, and we would get it. And the person we knocked on the door wasn't somebody like really, really cool. My mom, of course they were black, but they wasn't really that cool. But it was just like that. That's called code. Knock on the door, Miss Barbara. We never go to Miss Barbara's house ever. My mom speak to her maybe once a month. Hi, I'm talking about have a real conversation once a month, maybe once every 2 months. Of course, wave, be cordial, but really no real friendship there. But we knock on her door for flour, salt, or extra pack Kool-Aid. We got it. It was just that simple when I was growing up. So I actually lived that before. Some black folks growing up now never experienced that. So it's like foreign, but yeah. I lived that life. You knock on my door, Miss Barbara, Miss Cynthia, whoever it was, even Miss Barbara ain't got it, knock on the door 2 doors down or 2 houses down. You'll get your sugar. And then somebody will give it to you. And that's just how it was. Like even when I was living in Texas, some Mexicans who barely spoke English had came to us for knocking on the door for something. So that was just a culture, probably they extended obviously past the black community. Because I remember Mexicans knocking on our door. They barely spoke English, but they would say things that we kind of knew, and we would give it to them. Like, real, it wasn't like the big deal. Like, we'll be a little annoyed. Like, oh boy, what you want? Sugar or flour or whatever. We give it to them. They just buy it, shut the door to go. But they wasn't cool with us. That was just how people dealt with each other, man.
Is wrong.
Nope.
You are wrong.
Yeah, you can't throw public
Yeah,
school
you
teachers.
are wrong.
You're not going to put words in my mouth. I said some public school teachers are there and they don't give it all, and some of them don't have the tools that the same schools that other schools have. Don't put words in my mouth. I don't put words in yours.
Well,
and that's what I'm saying. Hold on.
Now.
So when it comes to
I'll
let you speak. I'll let you give your spiel.
Me and Envy always had these arguments.
When I get my spiel, oh, he's mad. No, I'm just speaking.
Right. He talks, he's mad.
I've been to certain states, but for me, learning to do certain things is learning way different. My kids go to private school, right? My son has his own business, has started his own thing, things that he learned that I didn't learn before. You know why? Because those opportunities were given to him. My daughter has been to places most people haven't been ever.
I think they learned a lot of that from you, though.
Because
They learned more of that from you than they could have.
You're right.
It's not only me, but they have
Everybody get rich, send your children to private school. It's gonna all work out.
Classes where they learn real estate in her school. I didn't never learn real estate.
You know what she gets the example from her father, but she get it from her father though. Envy, I'm not saying they don't.
And before this conversation, I really never liked Killer Mike like that. He's not bad. I'm not saying he's horrible. He was just never my cup of tea. I just did not either. Like I said, he's not bad. He's just not my cup of tea.
Speaking for the working class African American, that child is in an environment that is hostile to them.
And that's what I said that in my own
That's what I was speaking to.
That was my own example.
So what I'm speaking to again, because if you're rich, you insulated. Speaking to the working class African American, if you are unsatisfied with your school system, radically change it by voting in a new board, put in for new systems to be constructed, or support charter schools. Oh, and then we all get nervous. Oh, charter schools, it's Republican. But pull your children out and start a best academy like in Atlanta.
Or Diddy has his charter school in Harlem.
LeBron.
Shout out to Diddy and Steve
That's
Perry.
all I'm saying.
Jalen Rose has his
we
charter
got to
school.
start giving these excuses to leave each other. We do the same. Me and you make money because people left the hood.
It's legit. My
It's
father
not
made
legit.
$50,000. How the fuck was he going to start a charter school?
Bro.
He did what he could. He took me out of fucking Andrew Jackson, my father. Took me out
Nigga,
of
I
Andrew
ain't going to
Jackson.
get your father.
We
with
talking
your
about
dad.
each other.
Yeah, I'm with
talking
your
about
dad.
each other.
Oh, no,
I'm with your father.
but
I'm not
that-
talking about for you. What I'm saying is, in spite of all the education you got,
I love these back and forths because that's just proof that like neither one is yes men. You dig? Like Killer Mike ain't on there kissing butt to be interviewed on the Breakfast Club, and DJ Envy ain't kissing the interviewed people to come on the show. And see, I love the genuine back and forth. I love it with I never watched Birdman one. I heard about it, but I watched the Dame Dash. Like for me, like that's why I like the Breakfast Club. It's at the very least like you see them really challenge each other. You dig? The guests and the hosts.
your dream and your pursuit and your belief in the kid that you met when you told the story about meeting Clue, that's what brought you here. What brought you here is your own self-invention, your own curiosity, your own mind. And in school, that's what it should be. I'm not sending my youngest daughter potentially to Padea because it's a white school. I'm sending her because they actually go outside.
So what y'all think? There's a poll there for Black kids, private schools or public schools, and we're assuming that you have the means to do both, and you have to make a decision, public or private. That's the poll. All right. So now, where's No Ma'am, man? Where's No Ma'am? I'm gonna try to hold off until she get here for another video. But okay, I'm gonna try to hold off. Let's see. She's making it hard for me. Okay, so let's go ahead.
On a lot of shit, I sit back and chill. Don't get on the motherfucking internet creating no narrative, bro. Don't get on the internet playing with me, bro. Come on, man. Academics, you a bitch. Come on, man. DJ Vlad, you a bitch. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Adam 22, you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas ain't no real niggas. Y'all playing with a real nigga when y'all some bitches. Y'all bloggers. Y'all YouTubers. Y'all not in the streets. Y'all don't do shit. Y'all ain't never did shit. So don't get on the fucking internet playing with a real nigga when you a bitch. You a straight bitch.
Tell him.
You would say yourself academics. You would say yourself you a bitch, right?
Yep.
You know you a bitch.
Yep.
Right? Yes. You're not a gangster, right? No.
Yep.
You're a familiar, right?
Yes.
You a bitch, right?
Yes.
Yep.
You a snitch, right?
Yes.
Yep.
You don't claim to be a gangster, right?
No.
You don't beat niggas up, do you?
No.
You never talk about it, have you?
No.
You never shot nobody, right?
No.
You shot nobody, right? Yeah. You never had a gang, you never did nothing, right? So stay in your lane. If you a bitch, be a bitch. Don't get on this motherfucker acting like, stop. DJ Vlad, you a bitch, right? So be a bitch. Don't act like you a gangster, nigga. Don't get on the internet talking about pull up. Don't get on the internet talking about pull up. You's a bitch, right? Yeah. When you got your ass beat, you filed a lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
Right. You ain't never shot nobody, right?
No.
You ain't never killed nobody, right?
No.
You don't own a gang. name, right?
No.
You the bitch, right?
Yes.
You interview people, right?
Right.
So stop playing with a fucking weird nigga when you's a bitch. Nigga.
Tell him.
Hey, yo, that was beautiful, yo. I'm sorry. I love that. Yeah, I love that. Check this out, though. I went on his, there's nothing to play here. I just feel a little better because I was on myself hard when I said I had the beads in my hair at the job. But look, he got the beads. So I'm like, all right, maybe. And he had, listen, when I say I had a lot of beads in my hair, I had about that many. I had that many beads. So I don't feel bad anymore. Like, all right, shit, there we go. They do that shit in 2022. All right. I feel bad like I did before. I was doing that like 2008, 7, something like that. But I feel a little better about myself, man. I was really hard on myself for the beads. Like, damn, I look like a fucking fool. But maybe I feel a little better now. And not because he's doing it. The fact that I'm looking for something else on his IG and I see the beads, like, okay. If he looked dumb, that's how I looked it. You dig? So if he could get it off, I got it off. Because I didn't do the Snoop beads. Snoop had the 1 or 2 beads, or what we call knockers. He had the knockers. That's the big 2 things little girls put in their hair. But yeah, I feel a little better now about myself, man. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my hair was way longer than that. That's probably why I was hard on myself. Like, you see right here, my braids was down here. You dig, with the beads. So that's probably why I was more hard on myself. My hair is really long, like, you dig. So maybe look better because hair is shorter. My shit was long as hell. My shit was on my damn chest. All right, so let's get out of there. Oh my God, where's No Man? Oh, No Man gonna miss this one. Listen, check this out.
You thought I was feeling? And much nigga, my nigga.
I came in with my in my hand. Well, I guess you ain't hear me. That's it. I said, I came in with my in my hand. You hear me? I came in with my in my hand. Don't make me have to put on your pants, no glue. And how I flip it, let me ripping up the goals by force out the bag.
All your bills, right now this ain't the place to be.
Take your ass.
Mr. Go rape 2 girls before y'all let them get away with it.
Watch yourself.
Mr. Go take that booty if you look away too fast.
Tell me what you're working with.
Let Mr. Go out again, he gonna come take your
Listen.
ass.
Take your ass. Watch yourself. Take your ass. Tell me what you're working with. Take your ass. Watch
Where I
yourself.
find this stuff at, man? Hey, yo, this is kind of funny too, though. Hold on. Damn.
Looking for something new to do? Deliver with
That was
DoorDash.
hilarious, man.
You'll keep your own hours.
Welcome to McDonald's. What would you like? I don't usually do this, but this is a cheat day.
He said, I don't usually do this, but this is a cheat day. This is a cheat day. He's cheating.
Cheat day, your big ass. Yeah, it's a cheat day. I've been eating Wingstop every day. Every day? For the past month. Today's a cheat day. I'm not gonna eat Wingstop. Oh. I'm gonna eat a bacon, egg, and cheese burger. Not the biscuit, the burger. Congratulations, but this McDonald's, we don't have no bacon, egg, and cheese. You ain't got no bacon, egg.
Congratulations, McDonald's. McDonald's.
I'm gonna eat a bacon, egg, and cheese burger. Not the biscuit, the burger. Congratulations, but this McDonald's, we don't have no bacon, egg, and cheese. You ain't got no bacon, egg, and cheese. No, this McDonald's, bro. And you call this a restaurant? Well, it's a McDonald's. How you call this a restaurant? You ain't got no bacon, egg, and cheese. Sir, calm down. I'm out of here. All right. You'll be back. Next person in line?
No, he just said you'll be back. Yo, that's like a hood nigga for real behind the counter, yo. That's a fact, yo. He talked just like a nigga behind the counter at a restaurant his mother or aunt runs. You dig? That's a fact.
It's a McDonald's. How you call this a restaurant? You ain't got no bacon, egg, and cheese. Sir, calm down. I'm out of here. All right. You'll be back. Next person in line? I want to get a Happy Meal, and you could put that on my tab. Yo, tab. Gotta. Man, you ain't nobody. Who the hell you think you is?
He said your tab, nigga. You ain't nobody. Who the hell you think you is?
I want to get a Happy Meal, and you could put that on my tab. Yo, tab. Gotta. Man, you ain't nobody. Who the hell you think you is? I'm gotta. I see a women, no Stevie Wonder. Gotta. Oh, gotta. Nah, man, I'm sorry. The name don't ring a bell, bro. You never seen a Young Money cartoon? What? We are Young Money. Oh, man, you ain't heard? You better go check YouTube. They deleted all the videos? You making all that noise. I was get your ass out. I'm sorry. I try to keep it down. I don't need you no more. My daddy give my money back. I'm back in my $5. My dress looking good. Not really. But you can get the And what are these called again? Cornrows. Cornrows? No, cornrows. I learned it on TikTok. I used to have this black singer back in the day named D'Angelo. He had cornrows, right? Cornrows? What's up, Drake?
This is disrespectful.
You looking for Nikki? Don't say that. You enjoyed the tea party?
Yeah, look at the babies.
Nikki not here. Nigga, you know your husband is a child molester?
Oh my gosh!
But you already knew that shit.
Wait, no. You tell me? Yeah, I knew.
I'm sorry we got started without you.
This is, if you put the link in there, y'all want to watch this stuff. He got a lot of cartoons. So some kind of funny. Let me put that in there. Yeah, that is hilarious, man. That's the link for this type of content. All right. So I caught this last night, which I responded to Smash Rockwell, Jonathan Owens. I had no idea what the conversation's about. It just reminded me of like my Spanish lessons, you dig?
Fribis. That's what I was saying. I said in the Greek fashion, and notice what they do. They take a small temple complex.
But I'm trying to get to Asar said something interesting.
To name day temple complex. And where I was
going to be
is what became by Vernal on.
I gotta stop.
We're that in the book.
Funny.
Y'all hear the way he made the claim.
That's when you just wish him well, wish him long.
There we go.
Bliss for those who
and he did not see anything. And here I am, I'm scrolling, perusing.
Look.
Right.
And then when you pointed it out, he tried to act like it wasn't there. It was something else. Like
so Asar frustration is my frustration on Negroes that be on the panel or in the chat. Okay, they act like they can't hear things when we do with Margaret Singer. Like no matter how much information I bring out, I correct the brother, he'll still say the same thing every chance he gets. It's like, so am I wrong or am I right? Because I did just say a bunch of stuff. Is that historically accurate or I just made this shit up? Like which one, you know what I mean? Because you're just talking like I never said that before.
We're looking at the glyphs. For those who can read the glyphs, are looking at the glyphs on the screen. And he's still denying it. That's when you just wish him well, wish him long life, and he just got to die at 103. Because there's no hope like that. That's why in the chat I said he probably suffers from narcissistic personality disorder. You know.
Oh yeah. So now I'm not, again, I don't know the discussion between Jonathan and so I don't know. So because he's saying words that's towards Jonathan Rockwell, I'm not laughing at those words being at Jonathan Rockwell. I look at those words being targeted at my ops on this channel. You dig? So it got nothing to do with Jonathan. Basically, Asar is speaking for me. He's reading my mind when I talk to Negroes that's goofy on this channel.
These are your classical narcissists or individuals who can't admit that they're wrong and get very emotional when you try to correct them on a perspective or their behavior, because for them they can't be seen as looking bad in any way.
And that's what I was trying to tell No Man, but No Man loves to give people a way out. That'd be funny as hell. She gives people a way out. I'm letting her know that if I'm right about something, it's clear I'm right. I'm correct. I'm not wrong at all. It's clear. Some men choose to not ever acknowledge that and just act like the conversation never happened. They'll end the conversation and they'll just never acknowledge the correction. Like, nah, you know what? That was correct. I stand corrected. Or let me look at it a little further because what I thought I had was accurate, but maybe I read it incorrectly. Let me get back to you. No, that can't happen. What happens with me, what I experience is what Asar is saying that he experienced. Okay?
So they will lash out in the fashion in which you saw him display and others. And these are these, you know, I'm no psychologist, so I can't legally, diagnose someone. But you know, when you've been around this industry for a while, you start to pick up certain traits in people's behavior, and you can see that this, permeates into the scholarship. And y'all have heard me say this for years. To be a good scholar, the first thing that has to be strong within you is good character.
Right. So, and that's what I was just trying to say the other day. Like, for these brothers to not point out that, what you said, how incorrect they were. And again, we're not discussing opinions, by the way. No, man. We're discussing facts. Okay? Proven, documented facts. So if you say something like, if I say in New Jersey law, if you have a Coke bottle in your hoodie, but you present it as a gun, like the silhouette of it, to a group of people, one person, and you go to tell them, give me your stuff or you're going to get it. I'm going to shoot you. If that person sees that Coke bottle inside your hoodie as an actual weapon and their life is on the line, and they give you their possessions, Negro, that could be considered as, actually that is considered, not could be, that is considered armed robbery. Armed, like something that could kill you, knife, bat, armed robbery. Coke bottle in your hoodie. Okay? He said, no, it didn't. No, ma'am. He said, no, it didn't. I go source up, like I always do, or at least I try, the actual state law of New Jersey. I sent it to him, screenshot it, sent it to the young fella. No, and I even said, bro, you can say, I said, bro, you can say you was wrong, and I was right on that, because it became an all-out argument where he wouldn't even call me for like 3-4 months over that one thing. He wouldn't call me again for 4 months. So I'm like, bro, you could just say, you can call me, just say, you know what I mean? You ain't got to run and feel embarrassed. You could just say, yo, you got that. I said, it's going to feel better for your conscience. Then you got a clean slate. You can then call me, but you're not calling me because you want me to forget about it. You want it to be 4 months later where if I do bring it up, I'm being petty. So that's the issue they be having.
Good character is going to, you're going to know for yourself what are your strengths and what are your
weaknesses. The origin of the rabbit hole.
And you're honest with yourself. People with bad character,
right,
behave in the kinds of ways that we.
So the watcher, that's what I was trying to say. Asar's putting it together a little better. Like those people that cannot accept, again, when you have a problem the way you get over it is to admit you have a problem. You have to admit you have a problem. If you were wrong, like I always do, I always come back to the thing I say with descent, I was wrong. See how easy that is for me to do? Because I feel better. When I really believe I'm wrong, I gotta say it to the person who I wronged. I can't just say it to you guys and he never hears it or she never hears it. I gotta say it to the person that I wronged. That's good character. So these people that can't acknowledge when they're wrong or can't admit a problem, how is that good character? That's character flaw.
You see in this conscious community, and you see that they can never be wrong.
Nope.
They can never. You can hear them and have them on tape saying something, and then when you repeat back what they say that they didn't say it.
Like
doing the whole gaslight thing. And that's all I saw and witnessed from the exchange last night, and what you're seeing here in the video and the replay. And so what the uninformed general public needs to understand is that what the evidence tells us here is that it has always been commit where it.
All right, so I'm stop right there because he's going to his argument, which I know nothing about. I can guess, though Kemet means black. I'm guessing. I don't know, but I just felt that piece. Again, I caught this live late. I just happened to skim through it to see what he was talking about, and I heard him say that. I'm like, oh shit, that sound like me the other day. All right. So not right there just yet. Not there just yet. Let's go here.
Okay.
I got to change the Pampers. Just give me like a couple minutes.
Oh, it's not an LX, it's an X1. It's not an LX, it's an X1. It's a smart card. Well, go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Brother POLIGHT45@gmail.com. Leave your full name, leave your phone number, your full name and your phone number when you're ready to purchase the $2,000 service. It's $2,000. Why do you have to pay $2,000? That's a weird question. Why do you have to pay $2,000 to get access to loans that can range anywhere from 5 to 6 figures that you don't have to pay back? Why do you have to pay $2,000 to get access to loans that can range anywhere from 5 to 6 figures, and also get credit cards that give you access to 5 to 6 figures? So combined, you'll have $1 million available to you once I'm done. Whether you have to pay it back or not, it's $1 million. So people that say to yourself, but if I gotta pay it back, I don't want it. If you had someone investing in you, there'd be a high probability they would want something back in light of your mission being successful. What is the difference?
We practically use Grammarly every single day when working in front of our computer. We use it for business emails, writing scripts, and even for our blog. Grammarly is an all-in-one writing tool and a digital writing assistant that can improve your productivity and save time when you have multiple writing assignments to complete. You can set the audience's formality.
So this is what I mean by people being afraid to invest in themselves. They say very silly and spooky things. But when I'm done, never mind the money that I'm gonna get you access to that you don't have to pay back. Forget that. Just think about when you get your life restored and you don't just get credit cards, but you get the type that you could really make power moves with. Come on now. I'm showing you how to have $1 million available to you on the strength. Like, people don't really do the math. You go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com for our credit restoration service. People don't understand. We're sending letters and affidavits to credit bureaus and financial institutions alike for the purposes of removing negative items off your report, adding positive items to your report, boosting your credit scores, and leveraging the results so that you meet the criteria for loans that you will be approved for. That ranges anywhere from 50 grand to as high as $300,000. Don't have to pay it back. That's correct. That's our job. Our job is to boost your credit, add positive items to your report, and it doesn't matter if you got so-called good credit, because if you got so-called good credit, you should have a black card right now. If you got so-called good credit, you should be able to get a business loan for like $300,000 if your credit is good. So people think credit is good based on a 750 score. A 750 score could still have you out here not getting shit. we still have to do a reparation of your credit, a restoration of your credit. And we have to communicate with over 30 different credit bureaus and financial institutions to pull it off. That's a fact. That's a fact. To get your hands on these. And that's just a few. That's just a few cards. And I'm going to do a whole class on the X1. We do a class on the X1. There's only 350,000 people in the world that got access to this. Only 350,000 people in the world. Global members got this one. But, you know, just do the science, though. Do the math. See, I talk my talk. You know, it's one thing you showing off cash, but I also show off metal. You see what I'm saying? How many people show off their metal? I'm into hip-hop, but when it comes to credit, I got heavy metal. How many people could sit there and say, man, well, you know, brother Duke got it, but this is not about me just showing it off. This is about me saying, you should have it too. People can't afford to pay the $2,000, just don't get into the program. Very simple. They gotta read a book, do some research on how to collect enough money. But you see me, it could never be me, because I was just go on the streets and ask for $5 from everybody and explain to them what I need it for, and that's it. Until I get $2,000. Like, I don't got the time to be bullshit. But that's me. That's me. I don't make excuses. I'll find a way to get the freaking money. So when people say, what about the people who don't have $2,000? What about the people who don't have the money to buy a house? What about the people who don't have the money to buy a car? Where there's a will, there's a way. That's right. Find a way to get it done.
All right. So let's get it.
$1 million with me. Minimum. Like,
if you're interested in business, accounting is the language of business. Having the accounting degree.
And today's conversation is all about proof that you will make $1 million with me.
All right. So here's the bar. The bar is now higher. No more 5 figures, 6 figures. We're talking about $1 million. All right. Sign me up.
Minimum. Like, we're not going to stop at $1 million. We're going to run the numbers up. What I decided to do in this stream is not be so humble, right? And be afraid to tell you the exact amount or the type of money that we'll be making. Yeah. What I'm doing now is posting the data you need and pinning it to the top. You're going to email brother polight45@gmail.com. You're going to leave your full name and phone number when you're ready to pay for the service.
My only thing is, like, dude, how are you a millionaire? That's like, what product did you sell or what service did you offer that made you this millionaire? That's what I want to know, because if it was something other than credit repair, then why would you waste your time with $2,000 and you're fighting for the back end money, like people not delivering as they promised? Like, would you just focus on the things that got you the $1 million, the bag, the real bag? Why would you have so much time invested in the new hustle that doesn't generate much money? Obviously, coming from your frustration and your own words.
Let's get to it. So here's the issue.
Yeah, he said, why would you charge $2,000 to show someone how to make millions? Yeah. To me, that just does not add up. Now, if you were acting like this got you $1 million, then I would see why you're going so hard with it. But you can't say that because you was a millionaire, according to you, before you hopped in this credit restoration program. You said you were already a millionaire. And it can't be for the books. Like, I don't know how many people become a millionaire for selling books. Like,
you know, in this community, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't.
And if it was the books that got him the $1 million, then guess what? He will have a credit restoration book. You dig? So you're still gonna stick with whatever that's getting you the bag.
Send you testimonials of people you know. You say, but nobody. If I send you testimonials of people that you know, like celebrities, co-signing what I do, for some reason, people will be like, I have people saying, well, that's people that everyone knows. Give us somebody that we don't know. So then I send you testimonials of people that you don't know. Then you say, those must be his friends. But if I don't see testimonies if I do send testimonies of people that actually are my friends and I empower them, because people say, how come I don't see none of the people around him making the money? No matter what you do, it could be my friends, it could be my family, they don't count. If it's a stranger, we can't trust them. They look like paid actors. They're probably reading off of something. You got to keep in mind that these people are not professionals at speaking that do the testimonials. And then if it's not that, well, those are celebrities though, which I still don't even understand why a celebrity would co-sign something that I'm doing. Like, how does it empower their brand more than it empowers me? But hey, you bring me in live, you got a testimonial, that's what's up. I appreciate that. But let's watch this. Let's watch this. Watch this. Testimonies, huh? You want testimonies? Let's do this.
What's up? My name's Josh, yo. Hey, so this is a testimony. I just want to give y'all a heads up real quick, man. It's real. I had 15 items came off my credit. I had 8 hard inquiries. I just got approved for 80,000. Life changing. So if you want your life changed, you know exactly what to do. Everything's off my credit, bro. It's clean, clear, crystal clear, Windex glass. It's clean. My credit's clean, it's clear. I never really cared about credit because I didn't have good credit. But I'm super excited. And Polight just got me approved for like 80,000. And I don't even have to pay back. Crazy. I'm tired of investing in other people and their dreams.
See, and here's the thing that I see Polight doing a lot, often. He's finding himself now, brother. If you are indeed successful at everything you do and you're a millionaire, why are you hell bent on proving your haters wrong? You just complained about the haters saying that when you show testimonials that if they're from well-known people, then show us people you know, right? They're only saying that because they rock with you, but show us people that's normal or regular. And then when you show them, they say, well, those could be your friends. Why is a guy, listen, look at all the people that's offering services, right? Or even a product. Who is hell bent on convincing the people that do not support? Like Umar Ben stopped trying to listen to people or explain to people who didn't support in the school. You dig? Like he Ben stopped doing that. So why would you be hell bent on trying to prove the doubters, the haters, correct? So now he's doing these testimonials for the people who are doubting him. See, and that shows me that business ain't doing so well. It's like you're trying to convince somebody to solicit your service that don't want to rock with you. Like they got a belief about you, my boy, and nothing you're gonna do is gonna satisfy them because they believe what you're doing is not legit. So whatever you do, they're gonna say, nope, that celebrity said it only because they know you, they rock with you. That normal person who said it, nope, that's your friend. Like they always gonna say that. And like this testimony right here, this don't even seem that real. Dude might be reading off something, and just because you say his score went up 200 points, just because you say he got approved for $82,000 and he doesn't have to pay it back. That just seems well, we all know that that's a lie. Like, dude, you're not getting nobody $80,000 and it's just a grant. It's just liquid money. It's all right, man. See you later. And all you want is $8 grand from it, bro. Listen, this would make more sense. But like, if you can do that and it's legal, then show me how to do it. Let's make more money. Because I will have a different package. I would say, family, friends, I can get you access to free money, $80,000, $50,000. It's free. I just need you to claim it and give me a piece on the back end. That would sound more legit. Like, yo, there's free money out there. Yo, get this free money. What's wrong with y'all? Maybe I gotta make y'all drink the water. The horse drink the water. Hey, yo, listen, man, get this free money, but because I got it to you, you didn't want to get it yourself. I want a huge chunk of that because you didn't have that. You knew nothing about it. I get you 80 grand, man. Give me 15 grand. Give me 20 grand. I get you 80. And don't even say 80. Just say, yo, I'll get you 60 grand. It's going to cost you 20 grand that you never got to, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't come out your pocket. Listen, you're going to get 60. I'm going to get 20. How about that? How about, yo, I got this a free money out there that you're unaware of it. I can make you aware of it. I can get it for you. You'll get 60 grand. I'll get 20 grand. It's free money. We ain't got to pay it back. Let's get it. Who's going to almost curse? Who's going to argue with that? Yo, I'll get you 60 grand and I'll get 20. But I need you to take advantage of the opportunity. That's how you just got to say it. Why would you even charge somebody? You can make more money because you're doing all the work and they got to put no money up front. Yo, listen, sis, I'll get you 120 grand. I'll get 60 or I'll get 50. Does that sound good? You ain't got to do shit. Just sign your name. It's free money the government's offering and nobody's reclaiming it. So just sitting around and, man, let's get it before these other folks get it. Right now, it's lingering in limbo land. Let's get it. That would be the best way to do it. Not, yo, 2 grand, I'll get you all this. No. I get you access to 300 grand. My boy, my sis. But I'm going to get 80. Matter of fact, I'll get you $220,000 free. I'm going to get 80 off that. You mind? You're getting 220 grand. I'm getting 80 grand. You care? Or I don't rock with you at all. You get 0, I get 0. Which one sound better? You get 0, I get 0, or you get 220 grand, I get 80 grand. Which one sound better? You think that's how I would do it if it was actually real. But so you know it's a scam because he's actually charging you. He's unsuccessful. He's trying to convince his haters and doubters that it's real. Listen.
Jobs, working for people. I'm not saying I don't care and I don't want to help nobody, I do. But it's time for me. Man.
So you see, hold on. So that brother right there, his score went up over 200 points. And he's been approved actually for $82,465 that he does not have to pay back. Well, let's go.
Man, my name is Deshaun Hoffman. I'm from Trenton, New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? The slums. Anybody know anything about Trenton, you know the slums. And we want to talk about actual facts. My man, brother Polight is the truth. When it comes to that CRM, yo, Big Bro took my score from around 580. I'm 850 across the board right now.
Really? I mean, like the Watcher said, it's always some dream. Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, Cinderella. He don't go from 500 to 720. He don't go from 500 to 680. He goes from 5 something to 850, 850. Like, come on, man. Yeah, okay, bro.
Talking about, like, stop playing with it, man.
Yo, believe me, if he was to get one person, if anybody believes they're smart at the sound of my voice, if he was to get one person an 850 from a 5 anything or a 6, he won't need to say anything. He don't need these testimonies, nothing. That one person will tell their whole goddamn family and might even pay for the relatives. Like, nah, listen, auntie, you don't believe me? I'll just do it for you. Auntie, listen, how about you do it for? I'll just pay it. And all I want for you to tell your girls at work. You dig? Yeah, are you serious? If I can get one person 850 credit score, I don't gotta beg, plead, I ain't gotta scam. I will be very, very comfortable as far as well. 850? Oh my God.
All hands on deck, man. Invest in yourself, man. Get into that CRM, man.
Yo, you wouldn't have to make no damn video. These 25-minute live trying to convince people. People will be making the lies for you. Like many people who successful in whatever it is, right? What they do is they're gonna shout out the person who got them there. Like, yeah, man, yeah, I'm doing my thing. I got this money. I sell stocks. I trade stocks, whatever. And this guy did it for me. Go to his course. That's what I'll be hearing. Like even with Spanish, I'm watching a Spanish video, and the black dude is saying how he got bilingual, and he's giving credit to like different courses, different books, different people he's soliciting online, and he's telling you who services didn't really work out too well with him. You dig? Free. Anybody paying this dude? He just let you know, like, yo, this was the journey.
Restoration microwave. Polight is the truth.
So this brother right here, again, you go to brotherpolite45@gmail.com. You leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to spend $2,000. And what we'll do, we'll remove negative items off your report, add positive items to your report, boost your credit score.
Hey guys, Christopher here. This is my Profit Passport review and setup video. My goal is to show you guys how to set up your
leverage the results, and make sure you meet the criteria to be approved of monies that you do not have to pay back. You're going to get a caseworker that's going to be assigned to you that's going to deal exclusively with your credit.
And then to oversell you even more, you get a caseworker, you get a lawyer, you get a CPA, you get LifeLock, you get Life Alert, you get a personal security guard to follow you everywhere you go. Like this guy, come on, man. This is overselling.
Boosting up the scores. You're going to have me at your disposal as your mentor, okay? As your mentor. You're going to have me at your disposal as your mentor. And
presuming that we believe you're actually rich and wealthy and that you are a mentor.
Pay you for the money's coming in, prep you so you have a wide range of ideas how you may want to invest the monies, okay, to grow it into a larger amount. You're also going to have a website that you could track your results to alleviate some of the most commonly asked questions, like, did you send anything? Did they send anything back to us? Is any money pending? Any money for funding available? Did it clear yet? You'll have all that information.
So you pay this guy only $2,000 to find you almost millions. Like, come on, man. And it's foolproof. Like, this is not, he calls it an investment. My boy, it's not an investment if it's guaranteed. It's not an investment if it's guaranteed. And investments are risky. You can lose everything. That's a real investment. How the hell is buying a gallon of milk an investment? Like, dude, you bought a product. That's not an investment. You bought milk. You exchange money for something else, like bartering. That's not investing.
Via the website. So who's doing that? You get a mentor to prepare you for the money's coming in so you could grow it to a larger amount of money. That's where I'm at with a lot of my students right now. You get a caseworker who's going to work with you exclusively and immediately based on your credit. You're going to get the website, full transparency.
So everybody in this chat calling, one by one. We all get caseworkers. Like, come on, man.
So you can see your results. And I'm going to show you how it looks when you go to the website to track your results, because I got testimonies. Let's keep going.
Uh-oh, here we go.
We're going to give you celebs. We're going to give you everybody. Come on. So that brother, he was from Trenton, New Jersey, and he got approved for over.
He's getting people 850s, but he only got like 3-4 testimonies. Like, he can't show you. Come on, it should be 50, 100, 850s, my boy. And look, if somebody actually got their car repoed, somebody actually filed for bankruptcy, personal bankruptcy, if somebody actually got a judgment against them, dude, like, look, if I sue somebody in this chat because you didn't fill your bargain of the deal, of the terms and conditions, you were supposed to take care of my 2 acres of land, like, landscaping crew. You decided to only mow the yard. You didn't pick it up. You didn't trim the bush. You did nothing else. Like, dude, I can sue you. Assuming we can sign a contract, I can sue you. And in court, I will win if I can prove that, and there'll be a judgment against you. How is that black power? A brother is suing a white, nasty company, landscaping company, that didn't fulfill their end of the bargain. They got me for my money. I paid them up front, whatever I paid them, and they did not finish the job. And I go get a judgment against them to collect my money sometime in the near future, but they go call up Brother Polight, and Brother Polight scratch that from the record. White folks just keep winning over black folks. I mean, come on, man. Black folks would be, if that was true, just think about it like that. If what he's saying is true, why would white people fulfill any obligations with black folks? Why? They'll just do you dirty, call up Brother Polight, and get that thing expunged. Like, come on.
$165,000 that he doesn't have to pay back, and all his scores are over 800. We boosted his credit over 200 points. He's now in the 800 club, but that's probably not enough. So let's go.
My name is Fatima Hattie, and I'm hailing from Los Angeles, California. And I just wanted to give my appreciation and show my thanks to Brother Polight, who has deleted over 20 items from my credit report. And my score has gone up 100 points, and I'm just super excited. And yeah, it's up.
Now, that sister, we deleted 20 different items. Do you see that? We deleted 20.
What items were they, man? If these things were 7 years old, that's not a big feat. Like, she could have done it her damn self. Come on. You acting like you... What items did you delete, though?
The items are for a credit report. That's a lot. Still got a score to go up 100 points. And still counting. And she's going to be getting ready for our funding next. We're entering phase 2 for what we have to do, because she already...
So he cleans your credit up, guaranteed. Right, so it's a guarantee. So phase 1, he's guaranteed to clean your credit and delete crazy items off. That's phase 1. And then phase 2, he's able to get you ready for the funding, for the 50 to 300 grand that you don't have to pay back. Come on.
Already met the criteria. She already met the criteria. All right, because we put her in a position to meet the criteria. Don't think just because you have so-called good credit that you're going to be approved for hundreds of thousands of dollars. We still have to tear down a lot of firewalls and communicate.
The Blue Devil, yeah, I'm sure.
Mi nombre es María Fernanda Rivera y trabajo
sure,
como auditoría en la ciudad de Miami.
Mi nombre es Ariel. Take care of your credit.
Kate, correspondent.
You pay off your credit cards and pay off some things. I'm sure you can get there. But this dude ain't telling you a couple of years, Blue Devil. He's telling you this year. If you sign up today, by December, January the latest, you'll have your 850. Like, come on.
That is with different credit bureaus and financial institutions to get you the money. Like I said, you leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to pay your...
You talk about overselling. This just sounds, I mean, come on. Like, the package itself just sounds too great. I get my credit clean, damn near wipe clean, and my credit score rises. So I can buy anything I want. And then on top of that, I'm going to have a lot of money, a whole bag.
Your $2,000 for the service. Why is it $2,000? Why is it only $2,000? You're getting access to hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're restoring your credit, which is restoring your life, so you can get cars and houses and everything in your name without issue. Come on now, talk to me nice.
My name is Fatima.
My name is Michael. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I think I stumbled on Brother Polight on
All right, so Polight. So okay, now watch this. Watch this. So we got Polight, we got his wife, his other wife, and his daughter. That's 4 people. I mean, so they all get 300 grand. That's 1.2 million right there between. So he's a millionaire just going in the house. Just going in the house, he's a millionaire. Like, come on. You bite me.
the social media platform. And I was a little bit skeptical at first if I should go ahead with this credit building and all that stuff. And I paid $2,000. That was a week and 3 days ago, or 4 days ago. But trust me, my credit right now is almost 100 points. I don't know what to say, I'm short of words, but look, the next video I'm going to do this, I'm going to log into my account, and I will show you my point. Watch out for the next video. Brother Polight, I don't know if you see this video, but I just want to say thank you for what you have done. God bless you, and keep, doing this for the community. It's a blessing. That's who you are. This is what I think.
My African brother there.
Yeah, he's solving a problem.
Okay.
I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
So that's our Atlanta, Georgia resident. See? See? So now, you know what people do, right? They have to say everybody's a liar now. You see what I'm saying? It goes from there's no testimonies to everybody's lying. You got people who
So I'll go back. I want you to, for those who just came in, I want you to hear the beginning of the video, which he guaranteed. Look what he said. Look at the bar now. Listen to the bar clear, okay? Then I go back to where I left off.
Lessons in abundance. In today's conversation, it's all about proof that you will make $1 million with me.
Okay, he's gonna get you $1 million. So he said, screw the 100 to 300 that he promised you. Now you're gonna get $1 million with him. Oh my God. All right, so let me go back to where I left off. $1 million.
I do. I let them tell their lies.
The social media platform. And
So he's getting these guys $100,000, $300,000, and all he want is $2,000 and maybe 10 grand, maybe 20 grand. You get somebody 300 grand, and all you want is 10 to 20 grand. Stop it.
I was a little bit skeptical.
I pay it back. Dude, stop. Shit, man, 50-50. Hey, yo, my boy. I swear, I'll be driving around my neighborhood. Like, my boy, yo, I get you 200 grand by mid-November, bro. Fill out this paper. Matter of fact, I get you 100 grand. I get the other hand. Let's go. You go half with me for 200 grand. You get 100, I get 100. All right. And I'm a millionaire, so I'm already looking fly. I got a nice BMW. I got a nice Bentley. I got all the jewelry and Versace. Yo. Listen, man. I'm gonna show you how I get my money. There's a lot of money the government gives away for free, and I find people like you to take advantage of it, and I get a cut. So I get you 100 grand, and I get the other 100 grand. What's up? They're like, hell yeah, man. Sign me up. Come on, you ain't gotta beg on the internet. That'd be so easy to do, man. That'd be so easy for me to do. Let's go half. You get 150, I get 150. Does that sound good? There's some money out there that you don't know about. I know about it. So I'll say, let's go half. I get it. I get it for it. You get 150, I get 150. What you want to do?
Real talk. So now, let's go. See? I see people throwing up right now. Because what I do, I purposely let people talk their goofy talk, and I just do the work. Then they get mad at you when you show your receipts. I did this with the stocks classes. Y'all know that. Y'all see how I do. And now I'm going to go OD crazy with receipts here. So go on.
Hey, my name is Lloyd Johnson. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. I just want to do a short video saying Brother Polight really helped me. My score went over 100 points, and just today I received an email saying that I'm gonna get a settlement from the Equifax. All I gotta say is thanks, Polight.
Hey, Rolls Royce Diaries. This is my brother T-Walk right here. So hold on. What he said? Let's do that again.
Lloyd Johnson. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. I just want to do a short video saying Brother Polight really helped me. My score went over 100 points, and just today I received an email saying that I'm gonna get a settlement from the Equifax. All I gotta say is thanks, Polight.
Oh, let's do it again. So he got a settlement, and he's giving me my 10%.
I'm in Columbus, Ohio. I just want to do a short video saying Brother Polight really helped me. My score went over 100 points, and just today I received an email saying that I'm gonna get a settlement from the Equifax. All I gotta say is thanks, Polight.
Hey, Rolls Royce Diaries. This is my brother T-Walk right here. What's up? People always ask you, are you the only one benefiting, Brother Polight? What about the people that fuck with you? So let's go back to this. So he has a 6-figure check coming in. He doesn't have to pay the money.
Did you know that starting an ATM business is not only more profitable than investing in real estate, but it actually costs
money back if you know what a settlement is? And guess what? Not only I did that and boost his points up, my man made sure he hit me up and he said, brother, I got you 10%. Whatever you need, I give you even more. I'm like, nah, we just stick to the deal. Because you see, what's the problem in giving me back anything if you don't have to pay anything back? See, people got to see the bigger.
Yeah, it says, sometimes says, wait, what does it say? Lloyd Johnson, credit score well over 100 points. he got a fat 6-figure check. Bad coming and assured me. Look, he assured him. This is a problem. So this dude business plan, his business scheme is relied on a promise. So he got a fat 6-figure check coming and assured me that he got me on my 10%. So your 10% is based on a pledge, a promise. He assured you. That means he can say, nah, I'm good, and run off. Like, come on, man. Sign me up. I pay you $2,000. I get this big fat check, and I can just ride you off. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, sure. I got you. Yeah, sure. Then I could lie and say I never got the money. Like, come on, man. Yeah, you got the money. How you know? I never got the money. It didn't work. I'll pay my $2,000. I get my credit score fixed, and then I'll say, get my credit clean and my credit score jump to 850. Then when the money comes, I can lie and say I never got it. Like, bro, your shit doesn't work. My credit was clear, but the money never came, man. I want my money back. I could do one of them things. Bro, that check never came, bro. You lied, man. Do it again, because that shit, you know what I mean? I'll get another check out of you. Yeah, that shit never came, bro. Do it again. That check never came. I mean, come on, man. Just
picture instead of being so greedy. But let's go.
Hey, Rolls Royce diamonds. This is my brother T-Walk right here. What's up? People always asking, are you the only one benefiting, Brother Polight? What about the people that fuck?
And the way he's shaking his head, he look a little sus. Hey, yo, but when he says settlement for Equifax, I'm guessing that we're going with the lie that when you write the credit, when you send them a dispute letter, and if they don't respond within a month's time, they owe you $30,000. I'm thinking he going with that lie on that one, on the settlement. I'm thinking that they're going with Equifax didn't respond in a timely manner, so they was able to squeeze $30,000 out of it. So, you know, they be saying that if they don't reply within a month, you can sue them from 20 to 30, 50 to $100,000. Crazy nonsense.
Here's one of my students, and as you can see, he playing. So, Lambo doors, brother Blaze. Hey, Rolls Royce.
My bad. Oh.
This is my brother T-Walk right here. What's up? People always asking, are you the only one benefiting, Brother Polight? What about the people?
I like a Chanel wave cap. Yo, by the way, there are no such designer wave caps. Everything he's been wearing on Instagram for anybody that wears a Chanel, Gucci wave cap, they're all fake, and they paid about $18, if that, from Amazon.
People that fuck with you. Here's one of my students, and as you can see, he playing. So me, man, Lambo doors, Rolls Royce stars in the ceiling. As he let me drive his Rolls Royce, let me manifest it. I seen it. I'm like, all right, it's possible. Another young black man like me can do it. Why can't I? Why can't I? Why can't you? Real talk. Fix my credit. My credit was trash. 590, 35 days, 806. Moved up and check my credit.
You heard that, Blue Devil? You said years. He said 35 days. He got a 806 credit score. Oh my God.
Credit score. They showed me mad respect. You want coffee? Would you like some water?
By the way, they ask everybody that, my boy. I don't give a damn what kind of car you buying. They're gonna offer you water or coffee. That's standard, man. At a car dealership.
Whole different energy, you heard? Whole different energy. So I don't want to be. Score was 598. It actually was as low as 590. And as you can see, it is now up to a 766. And this isn't updated because I just got a new car last week. When they ran my credit, it said 805, and then my credit.
See that?
Hey, family, man. Follow his movement. Smart man. He help you invest. Help take your credit to the next level. You already know. Damn, Brother Polight. My brother.
Let's get a word from our brother Floyd Money Mayweather.
Family, man. Follow his movement. Smart man. He help you invest.
Hey, I'm sorry, but if Mayweather give me a plug about my business and what I service, I don't need y'all niggas the big money. Screw y'all. Yeah. I got Mayweather give me this free plug. I don't need to keep going on IG and Facebook and YouTube every day. You dig? Mayweather big me up, 100,000 likes, man, I'm good. Still fighting for money, for clients.
Help take your credit to the next level.
You already know. My brother.
Let's do that one more time.
Hi, I'm Alex, your designer with Closet Factory. Have you been spending more time at home lately? Maybe you
Follow his movement. Smart man. Can help you invest. Help take your credit to the next level.
You already know.
Damn, brother, Polight.
And what y'all need to know is Floyd sends people to me to get it going. He sends people to me to get it going. From the money team. Oh, so we're not done. He sends people to me. In fact, the person who makes the money team's clothes, Pack.
Yeah, he just said Floyd Mayweather sends people to him. Nigga, I'm sorry. I'm trying to avoid the language, the foul language. But my boy, if Mayweather's sending you clients, that means that these people got money or access to money. Why are you begging broke people for their money to pay for your services? Out of his own mouth, he's saying people can't afford the services. They don't have $2,000. They want to they saying, yo, hook me up. I give you money in the back end. I ain't got the front end money. You dig? So out of his own mouth, his followers are they don't have the $2,000. But Mayweather's throwing you clientele and you're still begging poor people. That to me, I know it doesn't add up.
I helped him with his credit. His credit went up hundreds of points. Okay? And now he's in the 800s. And Floyd is the one that sent them to me. In fact, so we're not done. He sends people to me. In fact, the person who makes the money team's clothes, Pack, I helped him with his credit. His credit went up hundreds of points. Okay? And now he's in the 800s. And Floyd,
he's in the 800s, and his word of mouth ain't get you 100 people. Bruh, stop. So his credit was 5-something. He in the 800s, and he don't tell his whole family. Yo, everybody, y'all credit score was sky high to 800. If y'all rock with this dude I know from Mayweather, his name Brother Polight, just give him this much money, and you have how many black people are trying to buy homes but can't because their credit score is not high enough? Dude, they will pay you more than $2,000 to get that damn home, man. Oh my God. This is just unbearable to listen to. Like just the lies and the cap, man. Crazy.
Floyd is the one that sent them to me. But we'll keep going. Again, you spend $2,000 when you're ready to change your life, to get access to over 6 figures, okay, to get your credit scores boosted, to get mentorship so you can learn how to possibly invest the money. Go ahead, let's hear the man one more time, and let's move on. Oh.
Follow his movement. Brother Blaze, my brother. Family, man. Follow his movement. Smart man. Can help you invest. Help take your credit to the next level.
You already know.
Damn, brother Polight.
My brother.
And you see, now this is a man who made $1 billion in his career. Easily worth $1 billion if you count all his assets.
So Mayweather, a billionaire who made over $1 billion worth of money in his career, he's going to give Polight a free plug, okay, for hundreds and thousands, maybe millions of people to view. And of all of Brother Polight's services, he tells Mayweather, give me the credit repair plug. Don't give him my stock plug. Don't give him my real estate plug. Don't give him the plug. I got all these books and I got my own publishing company. Don't give him none of those plugs. Don't give him a plug that I'm a mentor. I compare, contrast religions. Don't give him none of that. Don't give him none of the where I make allegedly where I make my real money. Don't tell people how I trade, teach how to trade options, Forex. Don't tell them how to heal themselves and live another day. Don't give those plugs. Give them a plug for my worst service. Stop.
Hundreds of millions Just made 100 million just doing an exhibition fight in Japan not too long ago. He about to fight again in Dubai next month. He ain't got no reason to tell stories. Let's keep going.
I got a lot of inspiration from Polight, you know what I'm saying? It's risky for me, you know, being in corporate America sometimes, to be, you know, associated with somebody that they are gonna give a bad name. You know, Polight, he's very passionate. You know, I reached out to him, to some of my people in Brooklyn. I got to meet this guy, very inspirational, and it's been nothing but he changed my life a lot. He helped me evolve a lot.
What was it that made you decide that you needed to get a mentor, though? Like, what was it in his YouTubes that inspired you, and what made you say, you know what, I need somebody to help me?
Yeah, well, I got many mentors. I got different type of mentors, you know, whether it's business mentors, you know, and Polight, he's a very smart businessman, and then just very spiritual, you know, is all about love and all about empowering and very smart, you know, and it's just an honor to be around somebody as intelligent as Polight.
Now, Polight, why is it whenever a black man...
Now you see, so that's Meta World Peace. You know, help Kobe Bryant get his chip.
You know, being in corporate America sometimes.
Game-winning three-pointer.
You know, associated with somebody that they are gonna...
Let's listen to what he says.
Follow his movement. Smart man. He help you invest. He help take your credit to the next level.
You already know.
My man, brother, Polight.
My brother. My name
I got a lot of inspiration from Polight, you know what I'm saying? It's risky for me, you know, being in corporate America sometimes, to be, you know, associated with somebody that they are gonna give a bad name. You know, Polight, he's very passionate. You know, I reached out to him, to some of my people in Brooklyn. I got to meet this guy, very inspirational, and it's been nothing but he changed my life a lot. He helped me evolve a lot.
What was it that made you decide that you needed to get a mentor, though? Like, what was it in his YouTubes that inspired you, and what made you say, you know what, I need somebody to help me?
Yeah, well, I got many mentors. I got different type of mentors, you know, whether it's business mentors, you know, and Polight, he's a very smart businessman, and then just very spiritual, you know, is all about love and all about empowering and very smart, you know,
So I hope you caught which mentor Brother Polight was, Teron Artest. He was the spiritual mentor. He said, I got other business mentors, and Polight, he's my religious mentor. Spiritual mentor. Spooky mentor.
I got different type of mentors, you know.
You know, get a mentor, though. Like, what was it in his YouTubes that inspired you, and what made you say, you know what, I need somebody to help me?
Yeah, well, I got many mentors. I got different type of mentors, you know, whether it's business mentors, you know, and Polight, he's a very smart businessman, and then just very spiritual, you know, is all about love and all about empowering and very smart, you know, and it's just an honor to be around somebody as intelligent as Polight.
Now, Polight, why is it whenever a black man...
So,
I'm sorry, but that fit right there, that's not it. That fit is not it. I'm sorry. That's not it. That's a horrible fit. That's not it. Like, my boy needs to know that. That fit, go back to the fitted, go back to something else. But that wave cap, but that fit is not it. My man looked like a pharaoh.
they said all of that to simply say, talk to me nice. And that's not it. I got more. I just mix it up. I got more. But like I said, it's always going to be something. Now I see somebody in the live stream saying, why won't you go live with any of the testimonies? It's always something. How come it's not celebrities? Well, there is celebrities. And how many people got celebrities co-signing their business? As finicky as celebrities be, and making sure they only have their brand and protect their brand and don't associate with this one or that one and all the people that's in their corner. I mean, come on. Yeah, services are great for people in Canada. Yeah. So again, it's $2,000. What we do is send letters and affidavits to credit bureaus and financial institutions alike for the purposes of removing negative items off your report, adding positive items to your report, boosting your credit scores, and leveraging the results so that you're approved for anywhere between 50 grand to 300 grand inside of 60 to 90 business days. That's not it though. You're also going to get a caseworker that's going to be assigned to you that's going to deal with your credit exclusively and immediately. That's not it though. You also get me as your mentor, so I can prepare you for the funds that will be coming in, so I can give you a wide range of ideas how you may want to invest those monies. So that way you don't get the money without a plan. But of course, it's discretionary.
Yeah, some of your advice, your mentorship, how to use the money would be start a credit service repair, restoration repair, start a cryptocurrency. Come on. Write 90 books. God.
Don't do nothing that I say. I'm only sharing information. You can look up the information, verify it. I'm demanding and imploring that you look up anything I share with you. Thank you. Brian Hunter said he made $6,000 off of my program. Thank you, Brian Hunter. Brian Hunter said I'm legit. Yo, Brian, if you could do me a favor, if you can email me at brotherpolight45.
Yeah, Polight's advisory. I definitely can agree with that one. Because Mayweather's about that loot. Yo, Mayweather, yo, shout me out. Yo, man, you gotta give me a couple $100. And he probably had that serious ass face. I'll do it for a couple $100. How much? Give me about 5. Damn, bro, how about 3? 350. All right, here you go. I can see where I can see it working like that.
5@gmail.com. Send me a short 30-second video and say your name, your city and state, and the money you made in a simple thank you. If you could do that for me, Brian Hunter, I really appreciate it.
Oh, stream his court date 11. Like, where would I find it? Where would I find his he Egyptian? I bet you he think he looked like a pharaoh. 90 books, all fictitious, and they yeah, Ms. Tiff, where would I find the stream, the court? Yeah, but yeah, definitely. If you send it, I'll share it.
Appreciate it. And anybody else that was in my stock courses, because we're bringing those back out again.
Send me bringing the stock courses back out. My boy, if you have more success with the stock courses, stock is all year round. Why would you leave that to struggle with your credit repair course that you gotta go through hell to convince people that it's real? You got to beg for the $2,000. You got to keep explaining why it's necessary. Why would you put yourself through all that stress to fix their credit? You did to get their money. You're getting a little bit of money. They're getting all the money. Why would you? I mean, you're the biggest loser in that exchange. Or you could just do the stock thing where you win with them, but you go with the unfair exchange.
Send me the video testimony, so your name, city, state, and the money that you made off the stock class, and let me post those things up too. Because this is what I do. And for the people that keep spamming and writing something over and over, when you get blocked, don't blame me. The system is going to block you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even know where to go.
Not take your time in between their comments, constantly posting. I say this all the time because people think it's me.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Leave your full name and your phone number. When you are ready to purchase, don't tell me you're ready next week, next month, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. You got SSI coming in, the lawsuit money coming in. It's okay. If you got that going on, just wait for it. When you get the monies, then touch base with me so we can make it happen. Thank you, Ayana Goddess. Do me a favor. Email me at brotherpolite45@gmail.com. Leave your full name. Well, you don't got to do that. You can just leave your name, however you choose to express your city and state, and just make it clear that you made money off of the stock class with me. You can say the dollar amount.
Yeah, for me, that won't be good enough for me. Like, my standard's a little high. If I'm looking for, how about just do Google reviews? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a better way to do this. Like, why not have a real business that's registered with the state so you can go ahead and get the Google reviews? Why would you have to beg people? Let them just do it naturally. Yo, do me a favor, a big look would be go to Google and share your experience with me, how I helped you. Like, why would you be like, yeah, that'll be more authentic. Like, you're able to screenshot or just show the Google reviews on your services. Why would they have to just tell you that you did a good job? Like, anybody can do that. Like, why I just can't pay a young 17-year-old $25 that don't know me at all and say, yo, man, your Spanish lessons are, man, the shit. Yo, man, I learned a lot. I can do that right now. I can go outside pay a 25-year-old, 17-year-old $25 just to quickly say, yo, I'm buying sports Spanish lessons are the truth, man. I learned a lot, man. I'm learning a lot. I'm almost fluent. In 20 days, I'm almost fluent. Come on.
And just give a thanks to Brother Polight. Simple stuff.
I've never seen.
Because now I'm loading up. Because people need to know all the different people that I've been empowering. I've empowered a lot of people in so many different ways. Right now, I'm just dealing with credit because I keep changing the school of thought. See, people want me to stay still, so they only want me to do metaphysics. Some people only want me to do African history. Some people only want me to do comparative studies of monotheistic religions. And then when I start talking about the money, that's another school of thought. But then they say, now I'm not teaching. Well, if you don't call it teaching, at least call it empowering. Because I'm helping people pay their bills. I'm helping people be able to.
If you call it, if you offer a course, nobody's going to argue about paying for a course, my boy. Okay, so if you call it a course, I think they know what that means.
To be masters of their own destiny. I'm helping people no longer have to hide under people's other names.
Courses start at a particular time and day, and they end somewhere. You dig? And you normally can't just join when you want. So if you call it what it is, a course, then they understand they're paying. You're obligated to teach them week in, week out, I'm guessing.
Names and do all sorts of slick scams to get affordable housing. I'm making sure people could afford whatever housing they want. This is what I'm doing. I'm making sure
For those looking for an additional income stream online in these tough times, well, I'd suggest forgetting about stock trading.
my people are employing.
And by the way, fill out the poll. Do you think what's better for black kids, private schools or public schools? Fill that poll out, please. Thank you.
Stewardship, which is to say generational wealth, making sure that their family has money after, making sure that they set up their own pension plans and don't rely on these companies, making sure that they're prepared for the silver tsunami, knowing that the Social Security.
I thought most private schools were religious based.
Security system is going to collapse. I bought houses with this brother's strategy, bought tax liens and tax deeds. None of my houses have mortgages because of his teachings. Thank you, Sean Breezy.
Okay.
I try.
Okay, so that's good enough. All right, let me read my chat. Oh, somebody learned Spanish. They went to my Spanish classes for 3 days, and they're almost fluent. Thank you, sister. Anybody can do that.
I'm gonna teach you too, Sean. Let me see. Oh, C Breezy, pardon me. I said, Sean. I attempted to bring you in. Or maybe you could put a request. I don't know. I just attempted to. But C Breezy, if you could do me a favor, email Brother Polight 45.
Oh, have them come on right now.
Thank you, Ayana. I see. I did the video last year, but I can do it again in stock. I made over $3,000. Thank you. Yeah, please do it again and email me it. Or you can send it to my Instagram, the one that has over 300,000 followers. Email me just your name, city and state, and the amount of money that you made.
I'm making guaranteed money in stock. I mean, man, Tesla can't even do that shit.
You feel what I'm saying?
Can't even do
because
but you're gonna guarantee
always want to
stock game. Wow.
See, now we don't see all the demons that know.
Warren Buffett can't do that.
I didn't make money from him. I tell you, people be hired to talk crazy. Oh, he doesn't provide the service. Oh, he don't pick up.
I would love to read those comments in his videos, his IG videos.
Look at them flee because they think I don't load up. Yo, I got so much testimonies. If I would have just combined all the different testimonies of different.
Bro, if you had that many testimonies, you would have made a whole hour video. Stop it, bro. The way you are, your personality.
You would be like this. Okay, we get the point.
No, we wouldn't, because why were you complaining of the last live about nobody want to do testimonies? See, none of this logic makes sense. He said he got so many now that you'd be so bored about the different repetitive testimonies on his behalf. If that's true, then why were you complaining about people not wanting to do it today?
Yeah, so email me, brotherpolite45@gmail.com. Leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to purchase the $2,000 service, so we can
Brother Pope Millionaire.
leverage the results so you get approved for loans that you don't have to pay back as high as $300,000. Real talk. Get a caseworker, get a mentor, get your credit cards up. It's gonna change your whole life, get you back up and running. By the time we're done, equity-wise, as far as credit
Poor
is
money.
concerned, you're gonna have half a million.
Brother, poor money.
Just between credit cards and the loans that we get you approved of. You shouldn't be walking around here stressed. You're not gonna be able to save up the amount of money that you need to have a financial paradigm shift. This is the way. What's up, King? Give me about 15, 20 minutes. I'll be there. Peace. You see Deuce over there? All right, let him know I'm pulling up.
He be talking fast.
All right, peace, King.
God damn.
Yep, so just touch base when you guys are ready. BrotherPolight45@gmail.com. I have some more testimonials for you guys as well. Blessings in abundance.
Black and
that's all. Just catching the vibe. Just catching the vibe. See y'all later. You know, people like drama. Give them testimonies. Everybody want to get up out of there. But then it's the same people asking for them. Then they see it and they leave. Blessings in abundance. Look forward to hearing from you guys. Let's make this money together. Change your life. It's $2,000 for the service. Let's get the ball rolling. Change your life. Peace. What do I get out of it? Because I'm already wealthy. 10% on the back end. I still want more money. So if I get you money that you don't have to pay back, why wouldn't you give me 10% of what you don't have to pay back? So if you get $200,000, let me get 20 grand. If you get 100.
Yeah, I don't want to give you nothing though. I'm paying you $2,000. I'm keeping all the money. So he's like, it's not even in the contract because according to what he's saying, you could just leave out like what person of good, what black person in our condition, based on good faith, is going to fulfill the back end, business ordeal. Like, yeah, no, I paid you $2,000. Goodbye. Thank you for this money, and see you later.
100 grand. Let me get 80 grand. If you get 82,000 like my brother, let me get 8,200. You get 82,000, I get 8,200. There's nothing wrong with that. Real talk. Blessings in abundance. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, there you go.
Everywhere I go in New Jersey.
All right, so hold on. Let me go here for you. Not there. Here. Not there. Here. In regards to Ime Udoka. So here's what Stephen A. problem was that Malika Andrews failed to get. Listen.
Or what situation I've addressed. That's entirely different than attacking me. I can compartmentalize. And if you're sitting in that chair, I told Shaq about this. Yo, bro, you can avoid it all you want to. TNT coming up, bro. Season get ready to start. You're going to have to avoid it. You're going to have to talk about it at some point. And I definitely told him that. And so for me, you damn right I touched on it. But I touched on it from a different angle. There's no excuse for him to find himself in that position that he was in. But my position religiously was, it's none of our business. There's no reason on earth that you can justify to me why the Boston Celtics had that press conference while we're having this discussion. That was an HR matter. I've been covering sports for almost 30 years. I'm telling you, every year, there's stories like this. Every year. You don't see it being discussed. You hear about the cat getting fired, and you hear rumors.
So this was his angle on ESPN. That Malika Andrews tried to sabotage, because the bigger story, this is HR matter, like he's saying. This was supposed to be no story. The bigger story was that the Phoenix Suns owner and the Phoenix Mercury owner, NBA team and WNBA team, he was in a real scandal, a racist, misogynistic scandal with his workers, with his employees. Over 70 came out and spoke about it. It took a year-long investigation that concluded that, yes, he was racist, he was misogynistic, he was, every bad thing that everybody was saying he was. That came out one day about Malika Andrews. She didn't go into the dude's past. She just said the story and that was it. But everybody else that's definitely black, she goes into their past for whatever reason. But the white guy, she just says he got to sell his team. She didn't talk about the 70 employees. She didn't talk about the racial claims. She just said he got to sell his team. And the very next day, before that can get LeBron, before I do that, LeBron spoke out against it. Said, "Oh, he's a racist bull." Chris Paul spoke out. That's sad. That's disgusting. And one other known NBA player came out. Before now, if LeBron speak on it, it's going to gain media coverage, right? Big time. Even social media coverage, big time. The very next day, the Celtics does a press conference on Ime Udoka, like Stephen A. Smith said, a press conference about a sexual affair that's consensual never gets a press conference in sports. It's handled internally. People fired, no longer with the organization, and rumors circulate, but nobody actually knows the details. To hide the Phoenix Suns, Phoenix Mercury owner issues, the Boston Celtics owner organization said, look, let's kill that story. Let's throw out a black man again. Let's crucify this black man. Throw him out there to show black men are immoral and, always trying to, over-sexualize. That's what happened with that. So that's what Stephen A. Smith is going right now.
Rumors as to why, but you don't know. It's not validated by the organization. And then,
listen,
every year, you don't see it. Every year, I've been covering sports for almost 30 years. I'm telling you, every year, there's stories like this. Every year. You don't see it being discussed. You hear about the cat getting fired, and you hear rumors as to why, but you don't know. It's not validated by the organization. And then, I took it a step further, and I mentioned this blackness only from this perspective. You kept him. You retained him. You didn't fire him. That means no one has the right to come and get him. You suspended him, but it was indefinite. You said,
now look how they did him. Said nobody could come and get him. That means no other team. Look, listen.
To come and get him. You kept him, you retained him, you didn't fire him.
Listen.
That means no one has the right to come and get him. You suspended him, but it was indefinite. You said I'm gonna suspend you for a year, but then after the year we're gonna look into it. I mean, that's BS. All right. You probably docked half his pay because that's what
they docked half of his pay. That's what his sources said, and his sources knows what's going on. Look how they railroaded this dude for having a consensual affair.
My sources told me you docked half his pay. And I'm like, so he can't work. He can't go elsewhere. You docked half his pay. His future's up in arms.
That's right.
And you publicized his personal business because the press release, the report said consensual relationship. Now, you might have violated organizational policy and all that, but it said consensual.
Relationship. That's right.
So, essentially, all of this has happened because of a consensual relationship. Now, we don't know her status, and even if we did, we can't say because, they haven't revealed that information. You can get sued for stuff like that. But here's what I know about him. He ain't married. And it was a consensual relationship, according to y'all.
You think we'll ever get the full story?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You can't. Not just that. You can't do what you did with this man, and there's not going to be an uproar at some point. And I said it, and then people was getting on me about that. I said I know plenty of white dudes that's screwing around in the office in sports. This stuff wasn't publicized. I know at least 3 dudes personally that got fired because of it.
Right.
It was never publicized.
We
heard about it, but it was never publicized. And guess why? Because they working for another team now.
Right.
Not in the capacity that they were. It might have been on the
it wasn't publicized. It was able to get work elsewhere. It was just a rumor.
Level, but they still are employed in the same with the same brand.
Right.
Because why? It wasn't publicized and put out on Front Street like that.
You did say something that he's not married.
That's right. That's right.
Allegedly, one of the women are. Why are they attacking him so much for the
if it's an organizational policy,
the woman that's
why the woman's name isn't out there? Why hasn't she been suspended?
Listen, we totally agree. I'm not going to sit up here in front and act like we disagree. What I'm saying is, in the interest of making sure that all our I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and we don't have folks coming at us talking about why are we trying to make somebody else the victim? All I'm saying is, it's always private. We've never heard the details. You heard they got fired. Right. You could speculate as to why, but because it's not known, another team has no problem bringing you on board and employing you because that's never been confirmed. Right. By having the press conference, you confirmed the stuff that was put out there about him. Right. You said nothing about her. Right. And I'm not saying to put her on Front Street. I'm saying he shouldn't have been talked about. Let him go. Or keep him, but keep the matter in-house. They didn't do that because they wanted to suspend him and make an example of him. That's right. And it could have been, enforced by somebody else, but the bottom line is it was wrong.
Do you think because he was black?
Well, I think that part, to me, I'm not going to go that far, but I will say this. I haven't seen it happen to any white boys. No. I'm going to tell it like that. I haven't seen it. And I said it. I said it on national television. I ain't seen anybody. And everybody backed up because they know I've covered this league and I've covered professional sports for a quarter century. And I went on national television and I said, I know plenty of white boys that's been doing their thing. In the office, nobody said anything. We didn't know. And everybody backed up because they know I'm telling the truth. It's just the truth, and it's jacked up that listen, he ain't perfect, and whatever he had coming to him, if the organization, they had cause to fire him now because I heard that he obviously violated organizational policy, and then plus he lied initially when approached. So now you got cause. You got him dead to rights. Okay, you can't defend him. If they wanted to let him go, they could let him go. Right. But then let him go. Right. Don't hold him and keep him from working and keep him from going someplace else to work. You have ruined this man's career. Because of a consensual relationship. That's crazy. Ain't nothing right about that, man. And then, to me, that's the point that everybody's missing.
And to your point, that's a great point. Clearly, they're protecting one person in this situation, which is the woman.
But absolutely.
So with him, it's just like, go vilify him. Put him out there.
That's right. Throw him out to pasture. And black men, we know about that all too well. So people are going to sit up there and say, Stephen A's trying to make it a race issue. Actually, no, you made it a race issue by how you elected to handle this. All I said was, fire him or keep him. But you don't do this because you've never done it to anybody else. So why is the first example a black man? I got a problem with that.
What do you think about Matt Barnes' comments? Because I wonder from a...
Oh, my God. So anyway, they did them dirty, real dirty. And again, they never talked about the Phoenix Suns owner and Phoenix Mercury owner. That's Ime Doku press conference coming out one day later after the Phoenix Suns owner being forced to sell his business, his teams, because sponsors, endorsers were pulling out. Let that go. So there you go. So that's the full story on that. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, here we are.
Our God is Master Farad Muhammad.
Commercial. Now, how did it go? How does it go back to the beginning?
Mic check. The Nation of Islam, is there a sexist vibe in the Nation of Islam as it relates to man and woman? I mean, is the man above the woman? I think you got a lot of feedback. They say you got some feedback coming in.
Let me put the headphones on.
You need to mute the speaker. There's some feedback. Yeah.
Let me just put these headphones on.
Mongo, peace.
All right, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if that's still there. I can't hear it that good, but they might can hear. So, is there a hierarchy where the man is top? And I'm gonna ask some more questions too before we get to that. Before we get deeper into it, is there a hierarchy where is the Nation of Islam a patriarchal system, Whereas though the man is always the head and that's the end all be all, that's it, forget about it, keep it pushing.
That's not true. There's two parts of the nation. We got the men's side and we got the women's side. We got FOI, we have MGT. They have their own captains, they have their own meetings, they have lieutenants as well. And the men deal with the men. And we have our classes on a whole different day. The women can't come to our class, we can't come to their class. And that's just how it goes, man. If you have a situation with a sister, you talk to her captain.
All right, hold on. Before I go there, let me go here real quick.
If you look at 50's Instagram, bro, he only cares about his new kid. Wait. I want to make sure I can.
It's $6,700 a month.
Okay. And I can't buy socks?
So this is 50 Cent's son complaining about getting $6,700 a month.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Right.
$6,700 a month, right? $6,700 a month in the state of New York City. You do the math.
Oh, I done the math.
Cliff, you live in New York. Can you survive on $6,700 a month?
I've been in child support, bro. I went to jail for it. So I said, so
okay, cool. $6,700 a month, right?
$6,700 a month, right?
You're talking about a Forbes lister. Hold on, wait, listen. You're talking about somebody that has problems with everybody. You can't just live in any neighborhood. $81K is not a substantial lot of money.
Now this nigga can easily move to New Jersey if he believes New York costs so much money and he got enemies and 50 Cent got enemies living in New York. This nigga could easily move to New Jersey where there's plenty of neighborhoods, nice neighborhoods where he will be hidden, right? Nobody even know who the hell he is. Entitled man, can't make money on his own, is crying about getting $6,700 for free. He ain't got to do shit. No work and nothing. $6,700.
Hold on.
You can't just live anywhere.
And if he's contributing $6,700, that means your mom's got the other half. It ain't just for him to just take care of you. She got to take care of you. $700. Where's her $6,700 to go with him?
Right. So look at this clown. I wish Haskell was here for this one. This guy's crying about getting $6,700 from his dad, but his mom, like my man just said, what's your mom doing for you?
$100 a month.
Okay.
Wait.
And I can't buy socks.
By the way, this is Marquise. Listen, Marquise, don't hate on the kids. Marquise, no way you think like this. Marquise. Who's this guy? Who's interviewing? Is this his uncle? All right.
Now y'all got 12, 1300.
Oh, this is Yayo. Oh, okay. This is Yayo and Marquise. Come on.
13,000 a month.
Oh my! See, hold on. Yo, choke. This is where you get it.
Oh, this is not Marquise. He said choke. Oh, this might be the guy. This is Dame Dash Cameraman. Choke, no joke. Never mind. My bad. Sorry. Yo, chat. We got another shot going up. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm putting in work today, bro. Yeah, you got time.
Yo, bro, $6,700. If I told you right now, right, can you do it?
With $6,700, I can.
I'm gonna add a little more context to this because but I think this guy right there, he made some good points. At the totality, $6,700 a month over the span of about 10 to 12 years is over $1 million. So $1 million, let's say for 12 years. It's about 12 years. If you're getting $80,000 a year, it takes about 12, 13 years to get to about $1 million. I get it that he lives in New York or his mom has lived in New York, but the dude made a great point. This is supposed to be half and half. Like child support ain't.
All right, so that's what's going on in that news. But anyway, back to whether the Nation of Islam is sexist.
She reports back to her. You know what I'm saying? However she does that. We have a supreme captain. That everything gets get escalated to them. So it happens that way. That's how the hierarchy is. It's always been like that. As far as I know.
So looking at the Nation of Islam, right? How many ministers that is men in comparison to women?
Yeah, Shaq said he can't talk about it because he was in a sexual scandal himself. You dig? So yeah, I mean that's responsible. Like, yo, I got no right to speak on it because if it is perceived I'm going hard on the women, it's because of my situation, right? I'm biased. And if I go hard on the brother, I'm also biased. It's like because my situation. So no matter what I say, is going to be viewed as I'm only saying that because I had my own scandal. So that was very responsible, Shaq.
I mean, we don't need an exact number, but is it an imbalance? Because that's what gives people the impression.
Yeah.
If you got 20, hypothetically speaking, you got 20 student ministers that are men, but there's no ministers, because it's my understanding the only minister since 1930 that was a woman was Sister Ava Muhammad.
That's not true. We have student ministers, women. I know them personally. They speak. If you ever tune in to the mosque on Sunday,
I seen one. I looked at. I forget the name. I found quite a few. But what is the ratio? Is it?
It's definitely imbalanced.
So new poll is $6,700 a month good enough to live in New York City?
Of course. Right. But that's something that's now being put into place.
But I think that's where people get that impression from then.
Right. You can get that impression, but then you can ask the question as well for somebody who's in the nation, and we can explain it to you just like this.
They want the blackball on.
It's real. Like, men always populate authority power. That's just anywhere. Like, but we have women in power. And it's always been in power in the nation. They hold guard. Sister Ava was the spokesperson for the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And you know what I'm saying? She's the spokesperson.
And may she rest in peace too for all the work.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Sister Ava was a great woman.
Absolutely. So she held one of the top positions in the Nation of Islam.
And it could be more women, you know what I'm saying? But do they have the same goal as Sister Ava had? Sister Ava, she wasn't just no ordinary woman. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if the nation see you as a good part for that position, they will put you in place. And they're working towards that now. I see young student women ministers all the time in the Nation of Islam. They go to the student minister class and they learn how to speak in front of people and break these teachings down so the people can understand. This is what
self of God.
I'm from both. I don't understand the question because it's like.
All right, let me break it down like this. Because we're talking about patriarch and matriarch systems, right? And the sister feel as though that there's a sexist vibe in her relationship with a brother who said he was from the Nation of Islam. And sister was coming through, and now we got sister in the building. And I'm gonna step back. You ready, bro? You got your gloves on? This is the something else. She's something else, Khalid. But here we go. Welcome back.
What's
up? What's up?
How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
Welcome back, sister. Since you was on the show, not only did Khalid reach out to me and he wanted to have a conversation with you and talk about what I determined or predetermined or considered to be a patriarch system or a sexist system in the Nation of Islam. He wanted to talk about that. Also, he wanted to address some of the comments that you made about the brother in the Nation of Islam, your spiritual husband. But Damon X also want to sit down.
I want Damon X, brother Tahaka. I want him on a platter, brother Tahaka. Now this brother is just like my baby brother.
He's in his.
I don't have no ill will. You know what? He represents the innocence of the NOI. You know what I'm saying? His heart has not been broken by the NOI, and
hold up! Don't talk so fast now. He ain't laying stuff out yet.
No.
all right.
Yes, ma'am. Everything is will.
So Brother Khalid, so hold on, before sister come in, before Khalid, sis, what have you been doing? Did anybody reach out to you? Anybody try to get at you? Did the brother formerly known as whoever he was?
No, because I haven't been in touch with him since the day his sugar mama scooped him up and moved him out. That. And listen, remember when I told you I didn't know any MGTs? Because can't you see the pain in my face, Taharka? I am suffering from the destruction of Brother Minister in his misogynistic ways. So listen, the first chick that he actually emotionally cheated with was a sister who was born and raised in the NOI, was the MGT, was telling me how I need to cook and clean, to make him a better husband. I said, but why you not telling him to get his bag up? Because he can't afford either you or me. So why don't you tell him that? Because there was an issue, but then I actually reached out to her so we can actually, because I didn't want us, the females, to be fighting over that stank brother. So I said, let's make sure that, whatever misunderstandings there was, that was in the past, I actually befriended her. And I said, I wouldn't mind him courting you if he had his money up. But then she was, because they actually was having conversations that neither one of them should have been having conversations with. So whether he was I understand the fact that that it means a lot to the NOI. Like, well, is he registered? Is he registered? Because I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you and say that he was like. So you got paperwork. He had paperwork too.
Let's be clear. Was he a misogynist or was he sexist?
No, listen. Very protective in the beginning. Very protective.
Misogynist, because I don't want to put that on a brother in the name of Islam.
But then, misogynists are a prejudice against women. They believe that men are better. Like, you could be sexist and misogynist.
But I think sometimes it's in this sense, when we talk about patriarch versus matriarch, usually what we're talking about sexist. You know what I mean? Because most misogynists, they just use women, but really dislike women.
So what do you say when a brother, when he got caught the second time emotionally cheating, actually fixing to make plans? He had hotel plans and everything for this female. And I said, wait a minute. When I told him that I knew something was going on, she knew the basis of it. So they knew that they wasn't supposed to be having premarital sex or whatever, especially with the fact that when him already going around town saying that this is my spiritual wife. So
why did y'all use the term spiritual wife as opposed
because I said that because it was not a ceremony where it was, I would say it was solidified by legal means. But I mean, isn't it true that there's some NOI? I don't care if you Sunni or NOI or FOI. There are some brothers that's going around here telling the sisters, let's keep the government out our business.
You're correct. You are correct.
Right. So, and I was like all for it. So
the thing is, if the government in or out of your business,
the devil, all of that.
You're not. You know what I'm saying? Even you are, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Because the government can't determine if you're married in all truth. But my point is, did y'all consider y'all marriage like a marriage just without?
Absolutely, he told people we were married, and I actually felt weird about it because I didn't come like we if you get married, you're supposed to legally get married. So I always told my family, it's something different. I believe in, like I said, at the time I romanticized Black unity, the Black man, the woman, man, woman, and child. We all get together. We build a nation and all of that. I romanticized it, not even realizing that he was, just in it until some sister came along and was going to allow him to make it seem like he's a provider. But she provided all the finances.
Hey,
she told him.
That blackologist trick is very good. And they say, let's keep the government out of it. See, the government is the boogeyman. But this is a weak hustle for black people to abuse each other. I know I owe you 40 grand. I know I owe you 10 grand, $200. Let's keep the government out of it. Let's do our own payment plan. You dig? And if you go involve the government, yo, he sold out, yo. He was the white man. Yo, it's an old hustle to hustle each other, man. The government is so bad, we got to not involve them. And by not doing that, you got to trust me.
Him, I will, if you leave her and your listen, because he said, listen, I got a step kid, you know, that's still in the house and I have children. I don't want to, you know, he was actually trying to back out of it, but she was like, well, you know, well, if you leave, I will finance, I will build you, put your store up. And she actually did that. You leave her. But when I called him, he wasn't trying to leave me. He was trying to like, if you be like her, I will stay with you. And I kept telling her, because she kept saying, why you didn't leave a long time ago? I was like, well, why are you?
So we already heard her. So I don't want her to repeat herself. I want the brother to respond. This is when it gets spicy when he responds.
I would have went up to the mosque and had some words like, women, where are the women that to say to actually put this into perspective? Like, I'm not gonna let no dude. No. I don't care if he is the minister or not.
Okay,
the minister had no right to sit up there.
The minister has a job. The minister is
here go the man worship
class and the women's class. So he has a job. He has a job. No, listen to what I'm saying, because he wasn't self-appointed. Okay.
Who ordained him?
Elijah Muhammad.
And who ordained Elijah?
Master Farad Muhammad, who we believe is a live person.
Who ordained Farad?
This ordained bullshit. Well, he wasn't self-ordained. Okay. Who ordained him? Elijah Muhammad. And who ordained him? Master Farad Muhammad, who's the supreme being of all the gods ever to exist. Over Buddha, over Jesus, over Allah. Master Farad Muhammad is the supreme being. Don't you ever question him. Nobody ordains him. The 24 scientists ordain him.
Master Farad Muhammad, who we believe is a live person.
Who ordained Farad?
We're not going to go all the way.
We don't even know Farad's race.
Listen to what's being said, though. Because these women respect and love the minister, and they listen to his words, and he's on their side. So
if he was on their side,
no, ma'am.
Go ahead, Khalid.
So in the conversation, he's disciplining them both. What you hear more, I was there. What you heard in the little 7-minute conversation.
Wait. Hold on. All right. So this is kind of similar to Ime Udoka, except his sit was consensual. So let's say if Ime Udoka actually raped the woman, right? None of us will be caring about him being railroaded. None of us will be caring about the women being punished as well for breaking policy, because that's a more serious crime that trumps everything. Okay. If RZA is accused for grape, why the hell would the minister be punishing the woman? Her so-called punishment was already done, and it was unjust. It was delivered by Reza Islam. Why would the minister come back and double punish her with the tongue lashing? Once you commit grape, dude, there's only one punishment. That's what he's not getting.
In the 7-minute recording, you heard him going more on the woman.
But he said those sound bites. Every little word that was said did he say?
That was valid.
Okay, now Khalid, let me tell you this. It when Farrakhan said, "Oh, Khalid, no," basically trying to simulate the situation where if she was trying to back out of having sex with him, you bring the nigga out of us, giving RZA permission to have access to sex.
It doesn't give him permission. It doesn't give him permission.
It does.
No,
when Farrakhan said, "Oh, why did you lay down in the bed with him?"
Because why did you lay down in the bed with him? No, ma'am, listen to what you said. Why did you lay down in the bed with him?
Could it be he holding? Could it be that he's? And I'm just throwing it out there because I hear Khalid position. Could it be that the minister is holding both people. Both.
Why didn't he do a reenactment of
You don't know what he did.
Did he do a reenactment of RZA? Khalid, tell the truth. Did he do it? Okay, that's what I thought. You saw that look on his face. Did he? No. Did he?
You don't know.
No, Taharki, do you understand the fact that Khalid just confirmed that there was no reenactment of RZA saying, you know, well, baby, come on, baby, let me have it anyway. You know, because that's what was the mentality if he forced himself on her.
Okay, so sis, I want let Khalid finish his sentence, but I wanted to finish mine too. She had it in there. No, I want to say, but could it possibly be that he is reprimanding both of them equally, minus, I heard what you said, minus the reenactment, but he could have, if he would have left out the reenactment,
the fact that he put the reenactment to Harker, the fact that he actually reenacted her role in this situation and then do a reenactment for RZA, showing how misogynistic, like a brother has like a man has entitlement to sex because he's laying down in the bed with a female.
You wasn't there.
All right, now let's
I'm asking you, did he do a reenactment of RZA?
That's all you asking me, though. You're not asking me about the
Khalid, did he do a reenactment of RZA?
I already
yes
answered
or no,
the
brother?
question on that, man.
Okay, well, look,
but that's not the end of the
didn't give
conversation.
me a clear
It's not
yes
the
or
end of
no,
the
brother.
conversation.
Let's let Khalid finish. Let Khalid speak.
It's
Okay, I'll let him finish.
Let's let him get his
I'll let him
whole
finish. I'll let him finish.
I respect you, sister. So I want you to make sure we on the same level.
I appreciate you, Khalid.
I respect you, and I won't disrespect you. Okay, so I'm telling you that he did a reenactment of her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is not something that he probably wrote down in a speech. This is freestyle off the head. He's talking to his believers. So you have to understand that he has that relationship with us. He's telling her, why are you allowing this man into your home? First of all, that's out of pocket. So if she's saying that she was raped, the first thing that we do is investigate the situation. Okay, you let the man into your home. You got to do an investigation.
Let the man?
Right.
Why did RZA walk his little happy butt tail in her room?
No, but RZA got that as well.
Hold up. Let him finish his whole thought. Go ahead, Khalid.
RZA got his as well. You only heard a 7-minute clip. You wasn't there. You didn't hear it.
Which was all Farrakhan.
It was all Farrakhan. But guess what?
I'm gonna mute myself to Hark. I apologize.
Guess what? I was there for 3 hours. The minister doesn't just talk and go. 7 minutes is not how he do it. You know, you never hear the minister talk just for 7 minutes and get off the stage. The minister talks for 3-4 hours. If you've been around, you know this. We go to sleep through lectures sometimes because we like it's too much going on. And he spent the whole lecture not just going on RZA in this situation, but it was other situations that he was talking about as well that need to be discussed that was going on improperly in the mosque. So it wasn't too much longer he was going on it. We don't know what's being talked about behind doors. We are real private with our information. That recording that you heard, you wasn't even supposed to even hear it. You know? So we're not even supposed to even have an outside perspective of it because that was in-house. You know what I'm saying? So people outside are always going to look outside looking in. But when we inside looking in and we talking, we understand what's going on. You may not because you're systemically formally known. You formally. So you're not here. You know what I'm saying? But if you was here and you was trained under what's going on in the nation, in the mosque, you will understand, okay, yes, I was wrong. Because we got to take accountability on both sides. I see you had a problem with that when a sister was telling you that it's your fault too. It is part your fault as well. You got to take some accountability. As grown people, we take accountability for. If I trip and fall over a rock, that's not somebody could have put the rock right there. It's still part of my fault.
But he's switching subjects. Can we talk about Can I respond to the first subject?
No, because I'm getting back to a point. All right, Khalid. If I fall over a rock and someone put it there, it's still part of my fault because I didn't see it with my own eyes, that rock on the ground. I gotta take some accountability. Like, damn, I could have walked across the street. I could I could have did this. I could not have been looking at my phone at the time. It could have been a whole bunch of things going on. I got to take some part of accountability. I could have been thinking about something days off while I'm walking. I hit the rock, hurt my foot. Someone put it right there for me to do that, but I also walked into it as well. So we got to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? So the minister, he holds Ariza accountable just as much as he holds the woman accountable as well. If she's saying that he raped her, he's going to get dealt with about that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get dealt with. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be in-house. You wouldn't even know about it. He could be getting dealt with right now as we speak. You wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna close on that point right there.
All right, so Brother Clear, because you tripped over a rock, it's my responsibility that a brother that I trusted abused my trust and misused my trust. It's not my responsibility that he chose to act outside of his character. It is not my responsibility that he lowered himself in his lower mind of thinking. It is not that woman's fault that RZA imposed him, if he did in fact sexually assault her. It is not her fault that if she told him to stop, he should stop. Any man who feels entitled to sex, that when a woman says stop, just because she let you in the house, she could have said you can lay on my bed. If she say no, I don't want to have sex anymore, it is on RZA. Guess what? RZA should have never even walked through the door.
Exactly.
So my thing is that when
she shouldn't allow him to do it.
Okay, now Khalid, you gotta chill, brother. All right, now I was quiet. Now what you gotta understand is that when Farrakhan says no, RZA, no, and did not do a reenactment of RZA saying, well, come on, baby. Come on, baby. You know what it is, baby. I'm here now. I'm on the bed now, baby. You know, that is misogynistic in itself, Brother Khalid, because what he's giving, what the psychology that he's actually pushing out there to his followers, the fact that it was a private conversation, you got a lot of people in the NOI that is upset with the leadership, but they are too scared to say anything because they don't want to have the deal with the frustration of brothers like you that say, listen, Farrakhan can do and say whatever he wants. No, he cannot. He have to hold himself accountable. The fact that he even desired to have that private conversation, reenacting the female, making it seem like she was not responsible for whatever befell her, i.e. sexual assault, he psychologized his followers into, he already laid the groundwork. This is how I want y'all to feel. This is how I want y'all to see things, because at the end of the day, RZA is out here trying to create a platform, and if he getting dealt with, he is not getting dealt with accordingly, because he's out here trying to create his podcast and he's not saying anything. It doesn't seem like anything is happening, RZA. Where are the women to stand up for the female that, I mean, he made her his fiance. This was the woman RZA was supposed to marry, but Farrakhan is dissing her in this 7-minute clip. All right, your turn.
He's not dissing her. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you are outside looking in. I'm sure the sister didn't look at it that way, but this is our opinions. You know what I'm saying? So we can't argue opinions right now. We can't argue. What we can't agree on, that the minister is the leader of the Nation of Islam, and he spoke and disciplined both parties. Whether you agree with how he did it or not, that's not up to you to even agree or disagree, because you're not under the following of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You're not. So it's not up to you to disagree or disagree.
My brother, I understand what organization policies and company policies that we have really little to say over. But when you're talking about rape, any type of assault or discrimination, that goes beyond your organization or corporation, right? The people now can weigh in on that, because that affects society. Okay, so no, we have the right to speak on how rape is being handled within the organization.
Or disagree or agree. It's not up to the world. That's why this wasn't broadcasted for the world to see. We keep
actually what they did. What they did to Reza Islam is not normally the behavior of the FOI or the NOI. To publicly chastise somebody as Reza Islam stature, okay, period. Before the laborers, like that's like this is some Udoku stuff. Like this is something usually handled in within the parties involved, and it's their own business. If it leak out to the laborers, it leaks out. But that's not like normal behavior. Hey, so and so cheated on so and so. Like you never know that, or so and so assaulted or raped. Like those matters are not just floating around. The minds. Because why would the sister want to know that she's involved? Because a lot of times when women make that claim, they get targeted as like they become the target basically. And what if the allegation are false? The man becomes the target. So that's not how the nation normally do things. Like they behaving like the Boston Celtics. Secondly, what else? So they leaked that out. Oh, when do they even let they let the inactive members in on? Like, why would an inactive member be an inactive member? Somebody like myself, somebody who's no longer interested, moved on. Why would I be invited to a live broadcast to shame a brother and in his words, a sister actions? Like, so I'm basically, it's like gossip at that point for me. Like, ooh, what's going on? Okay, yeah, let me attend. Like, that was really weird. The whole thing was weird.
We keep situations like this private just because of situations like this. People take ministers' words out of context every year.
No, they don't.
It's always sound bites. He's been going through this since he was going to the show, going through the Phil Donahue show back in the.
Oh, now you go to Phil Donahue. Stop it, bro.
And people taking small bits of what he's saying.
Because he's always saying controversial things, my boy. Just speak. Malcolm X said, make it plain, right? When you make it plain, it's really hard to take you out of context. Malcolm X said, make it plain. Your minister want to make it complex. Always trying to hide a hidden jewel or gem in there somewhere. Just make it plain, my boy.
Scrutiny his word to mean something else. Vlad TV just did it last year. Said the minister said something that he didn't even say off a small sound bite.
Yeah, he's always talking about the Jewish nation, and he did it again. And Vlad, responded on that.
Matter of fact, this was 7 minutes. The one that he did was only a 50-second clip. You know what I'm saying? So we get when we listen to a man like that, we gotta listen to everything that he's saying.
A man like that, ordained.
We want to be able to be in those.
A man like that means an ordained man, not just you. You say something, we don't gotta pay attention to what you say. But when you're ordained, we gotta listen to every last word.
With us, you could come in. You can come in and join anytime you want to and listen in. That night was open for active and inactive members.
It was open for that rarely ever happens. Like when something is because I've been to the active and inactive live streams before. It don't be nothing controversial. It'd be like a special, lecture or special message from Ms. Lewis Farrakhan, like something special, unique that they believe might provoke us to want to join again, might want to compel us to join again. Like that's what that's for. Like how would that make inactive members want to join again? To telling us that Reza is being accused of rape.
Inactive members. That you could have came in and listened to the whole thing, and it was.
Nah, you said it was 3 hours, my boy. Nah, nobody's staying for 3 hours.
And it was a lesson learned for all of us in the nation. For situations like this not to happen, sister, why is the man in your home? This is not protocol. Brother, what are you doing now?
Now, this is after the allegations of rape. Like, who cares why he's there? And, dude, it moved to stage 10. It's past stage 1. It went to stage 10. It was at stage 1 where you had the right to question why is everybody doing what they're doing. But when it goes to rape, there's no more stage 1. We just got to address stage 10. That's it. And then after that's addressed, then what he could do is he can try to put something together to avoid the stage 1 that can lead to a stage 10.
You know what I'm saying? The minister said you will get dealt with. He told brother, he said that brother reason in the clip. You skipped that part. You're gonna get dealt with.
I ain't hear that.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't say he's gonna deal with the sister. So should we make an argument about who he's gonna get dealt with or not? You're going to get dealt with. He didn't say it to the sister, but he said it to reason. That don't mean that it's not gonna happen for the sister as well. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I don't know how that's true, because check this out.
Because you're gonna get those. But how you get the viewers is another thing. There are president. What does that mean? Once you look at all of this, you realize the game is bigger than to physically kill a million people. He said, but to of over 4 billion human beings on the planet. So while a lot of us are arguing, we're not realizing the people who quite about the Rockefellers, John D. Rockefeller and all the rest.
I think when he said it.
Of Europe, and why do everybody get taken out whenever they speak on them?
Oh man, everyone should read.
I've seen the minister get taken down, and
him who was effective over social media, and
off social media. I mean, when the minister was deleted off social media, I think that scared me more than Donald Trump. You know,
absolutely. 2019, the Honorable Minister was Farrakhan, along with Alex Jones.
All right, so I gotta find that over. I don't know where it's at.
It's an equality thing that's going on. Freedom, justice, and equality. This is what we preach and teach. So the minister is getting on both of them. Whether you like the way he did it to the woman or not, it's not your concern. It could be your concern, but it's not up to you. You know, your opinion really doesn't even matter. The outside world opinion doesn't matter. What matters is what's going on in house. We have a real home. You know what I'm saying? Any mosque you go to is connected to the mosque in Chicago. We know what's going on in every mosque. And we can get that word. If a sister having a problem, we hear about it. We hear about it in Chicago. A sister having a problem in Baltimore, we hear about it right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's real in-house. It's not gonna go on the news. It's not gonna go to the press. It's not supposed to be going to the press. It's not supposed to be going to the government. This is in-house. We have our own nation. So we deal with things how we deal with them, whether you like it or not. The nation is still flourishing, and we're still gonna thrive. And the minister is still gonna be the leader until he leaves. You know, we're gonna honor what he says. Nothing that he said was wrong in that. Whether how you see it, how he dealt with the woman even more. I can honestly say the woman was being dealt with more in that 7-minute clip than reason, for sure. But it was a reason. I want to know who recorded this. I want to know who recorded this and who and why did they record just that 7-minute clip? Did they record the whole lecture, or did they record that one small part? And why did they record that one small part and feed it to the media like this? We got to think on stuff like that. Was it to get people mad? You know, was it to make people look at the minister bad? Was it to make people leave the mosque? And you know what I'm saying? Was it to make reason Islam look bad? I don't know. We don't know. But all we know is that something's happening that's not right now, and we falling right into the trap of it. It was a whole 3-hour lecture. I was there. You know, the minister was dealing with people the whole night. Reza was not the only person that got dealt with that night. There was a couple other situations that was being spoken upon of. So this is how we deal with things. The minister don't come out all the time and talk about this type of stuff, but he felt that it needed to be talked about that night. And however he expressed it, we got the point. The sister was not supposed to have that brother come over. Reza was not supposed to go over there. You know, whatever happened, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be dealt with. Whether you know about it on this YouTube platform or not, it's going to be dealt with. So you might not hear about it after this. You might not hear about it because that's not how we deal. This is not how we deal with business. You know, we deal with business in-house. It's real organized. So I understand what you're saying. He reenacted. He did that. It was funny to me because it's real. It's real. It's funny to me. I laugh at real stuff because it's funny. I seen situations like this happen. No, yeah, but you invited me over to your crib. You know what I'm saying? You didn't take your pants off over there. You telling me no? Like this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? But the minister was putting it in perspective for we all can understand, because it wasn't just women and men. It wasn't just women in that audience. It was men as well. So we seeing it from both sides, you know, and it's going to be dealt with. Whether we hear about it or not, it's gonna be dealt with.
Before sister respond, let me say thanks to Lex D. I love you. Thank you for the support. Let me thank Gwendolyn Hanley, Betty Soto, and let me thank Keish Wash and M. Nugent and anybody who makes contributions. Hit the Cash App, hit the thumbs up. Anybody that share, thank you. You are the fuel to make this show go. Like even a share, even a thumbs up, all of that. You are the fuel to make this show go. Now, thanks again. Thanks. Now, brace yourself because I think she was loading up the
there she go.
the demonstration in the background while he was talking because she was real calm. I've never seen her this calm before. So, what is your
Try to be better. So, listen, the fact that you could even say and form the opinion that this is not the public's business, because Farrakhan and RZA is always recruiting, looking for Black people to join the nation. The public has the right to know. Somebody in your house is dissatisfied with RZA's his behavior toward the situation and dissatisfied with the minister's outlook on the situation. Any organization that is out here looking for people to join, we have the right to know, we have the right to be informed of what is going on and how situations are dealt with, especially situations as major as this. So for you to even say that the minister can say anything he wants, that's very cultish, because if a man sees the woman as being a responsible party of getting sexually assaulted, just because if the sister said lay down in my bed, but I don't want to have sex with you, all of the responsibility is on the person who forces themselves, whether it's the male or the female. And the fact that he laid the groundwork for y'all to look, the fact that you even said that this situation is funny to you, and the reason why it's not funny to me is because the minister was trying to make sure that the brothers understood that if y'all are ever in this situation, it's the woman's fault because she let you in the door. Your little tail should have never even walked through the doors if you was a real NOI respectable, upstanding brother. All of the heat should have been on him. None of the heat should have been on her whatsoever, because he is looked at as the leader in the relationship. In public, the men are supposed to lead the household. He should have never walked his tail through the door, even if she invited him. So when she laid down with him, if she said no, he had no right to her whatsoever. It's not funny.
Brother Tower, you see how that works? The misogynistic word. You see how she said the man is supposed to be the leader of the house and he's supposed to be the stand up, but then
Is
see how
it
it works,
true?
it works
It's
for,
true,
you know what I'm
of the
saying?
NOI. RZA was supposed to never walk through the door. Am I right, Brother Khalid?
She was never, as well as she was never supposed to.
Why was he walk his tail through the door?
Take accountability on both sides, man.
No, brother. In the NOI, the men are the leaders. Am I right or am I right? Brother RZA was never supposed to walk.
There are no women. There are no women leaders in the Nation of Islam.
Like it was Sister Ava who died. What other women leaders who are the ministers? Where are the women that spoke up for this woman's character?
We have captain women and lieutenants.
No, I'm talking about women who can
leader.
hold Farrakhan accountable for his behavior, because the lieutenants and the captains do not have the ability to correct Farrakhan. That's why we need women ministers, so that we can have because if a woman minister,
they have a disagreement with Farrakhan, they can express their opinions.
Guess what? I'm formally known as Sister Minister, and guess what? I have an opinion, and I have a right to speak my opinion. I'm highly disappointed.
Come to the mosque and let us know.
I'm highly disappointed.
Maybe next time you could be in the meeting.
I'm highly disappointed in you, Brother Khalid, because you should have never even laughed at that bullshit. You should have never even laughed at what Farrakhan said
He just said it was funny too. That's her whole point. Yeah, but never fall for it. Come down to the mosque trick. You don't do that because now they get to tell you shut up, tell you get out. You don't do that. If anything, you have a phone conversation. You don't allow them to be able to kick you out.
Doing a reenactment because it made it seem like RZA. So RZA not strong enough to be a leader. He should have never walked through the door. That's why I say that that's misogyny, because they make dudes leaders, whoever can pull in the most recruit. Because RZA have a high recruitment. Am I correct?
But is he a leader?
But he was not ready for the role.
He was not ready to be the leader.
Say that again, Khalid.
Is RZA a leader in the Nation of Islam?
He is a spokesperson. Am I correct?
No, he has his own platform. He doesn't even have.
Does Farrakhan give him
he
the
doesn't have an official
autonomy
position
to speak for the nation
He
and
doesn't
recruit
have
for
an
the
official.
nation?
Anyone can speak on behalf of the nation on their platform.
But
I
has
can
Farrakhan
start something right
promoted
now if I
him?
wanted to.
Did not
on
Farrakhan
behalf
give
of the
him?
nation.
Did he not promote RZA himself? Farrakhan promoted RZA himself. He has given RZA permission to do whatever he needs to do to get the recruitment process in. So Farrakhan has okayed this brother to speak on the nation's behalf and for the nation's behalf.
You put on him that he's a leader, and he is not a leader, man.
Yo,
I don't want you to. I don't want you to think that he's something that
you
he's
better
not.
not have those words come out your mouth, brother Khalid. You
want you
know
to
he
put
was
in position-
appointed as a
put him
leader
in a
and a
position that he's
spokesperson
not.
for the nation. Don't you dare try to psychologize me, brother Khalid.
I think what we messing up is that what my brother Khalid is trying to say, he wasn't officially appointed as a leader within the Nation of Islam. Though he is a member of the Nation of Islam, he teaches in the form of that could be misinterpreted as a leader or a spokesman of the Nation of Islam. But he's not speaking. What he's saying is he's not speaking in official capacity for the Nation of Islam because he was not officially appointed to any official position.
While he has been acknowledged, while he has been acknowledged,
has Farrakhan stopped him from speaking for the nation?
Let him finish this. Say it again.
While he has been acknowledged,
has Farrakhan told RZA to stop speaking for the nation and being a spokesperson and stop recruiting? Has Farrakhan told him to step down?
we don't know.
Oh, no. That's not acceptable to me, Khalid, because the fact that Farrakhan is out here cheating and posing with RZA, and basically he has given permission for his behavior out here, the way he carries himself out here in this public. I'm telling you, unofficially, officially, it doesn't matter. Farrakhan gave his approval for this brother to come out here and speak for the doggone nation. He has not told him to step down. He did not tell him to shut up. And we all know that Farrakhan, if he don't want you speaking for the nation, you ain't gonna be speaking for the nation, Khalid.
Yeah, he will.
We don't know. We don't even know if Brother RZA is put out or doing the stuff that he's doing now. That we don't know if he's even in. We don't know if he's even an active member as of right now. Man, we don't know. So he could be. Listen to what I'm saying. Because we can't make assumptions.
Right.
We can't make
assumptions. No, she's assuming. Right. We don't know if he's in or active.
No assumption. No, brother. So we don't know.
Nah, because if he was supposed to resign, you know he would have said something by now.
It's not a resign.
Farrakhan,
he doesn't have a position to resign from.
When Farrakhan was done with Brother Khalid, did he not make a statement and say
Brother Khalid had an official position? Listen to what I'm saying. This is the difference. Brother,
no, Khalid, answer that. When Khalid was no longer part of the nation, did not Farrakhan?
What was Khalid's position in the nation at the time?
He was a spokesperson.
Okay. What is RZA? What is RZA's position?
Was he not a minister?
What is RZA's position?
A spokesperson.
No, it's not.
What is it?
RZA is a FOI in the nation.
And did Farrakhan tell him to stop speaking in public on the nation's behalf? So my point, Khalid, is that he has been given some type of approval to be out here speaking for the nation.
We don't know.
And therefore, until Farrakhan tell RZA to step down publicly,
we don't know.
No, Khalid, we ain't playing these semantics,
How do you know?
brother.
Okay.
We ain't playing this. We've all seen the pictures. RZA and Farrakhan cheesy posing next to each other, doing all kind of poses. Yet I approve of this brother. I've never told this brother to
probably seen one picture of RZA with the minister. You probably seen one picture. You never seen RZA on the rostrum?
Oh, come on.
Let me ask you a question, sis. Are you or have you ever been interested in joining the Nation of Islam?
I told you I was gonna join. I was trying to help brother minister build them up.
What I'm saying is
after the fact. We watched the beginning. You missed
no, because of the way I was treated during the process of me joining.
Okay, in the process of you joining, what was your process like? Did you study the lessons and the teachings and?
Me and brother minister would read the Quran every night. He was spoken Arabic to me.
The lessons and the teachings.
The lessons, it was the one.
Talk about the Quran. You see this?
You talk about the 120?
Who the original man?
I'm talking about the supreme wisdom. We don't call it the 120. We don't call it the 120.
That's the same. Yeah. Now, listen. Now, at this point, he's being dishonest. All right. The 120 is a nickname for the supreme lessons. Damn near every registered Muslim knows that. Okay, so right now he's nitpicking. He knows it doesn't matter. Yeah, you guys call it officially the Supreme Wisdom Lessons, but if anybody said, brother, because they called the 120 because it's a question and answer of 20 questions and answers. Like it might say, who is the original man? That's the question. Answer. Is the Asiatic black man? All that type of stuff. That's the answer. That's one. It's 10 of those. So that's called the 1 through 10. Then it's the 1 through 20. Then it's the 1 through 46, 1 through 36. That's how they're called because it's literally 1 through 20. So they call it the 120. You did like like a half, what is it? A third of a circle. They call it the 120. Right. And that's speaking about the 1 through 20 lessons. All right. So he's nitpicking because although it's not officially called the 1 through 20, it was nicknamed that through the Nation of God and Earth and the 5%. And they have no like the math. When you say the mathematics, the Nation Islam didn't make that up. It was the Nation of God and Earth who made it the supreme math. But they said Islam don't reject it. The 12 jewels. That was the Nation Gods of Earth, the 5%ers. They made that up. Not the Nation Islam, but the Nation Islam don't reject it. Like they pretty much accept it as well. Like, yeah, okay. So if a 5%er said, man, you got to apply the 12 jewels, a Nation Islam member ain't gonna say, man, what's that? He gonna be like, man, I am applying it. You dig? It's accepted. It's accepted.
Oh, but was it formerly known as the 120?
No, it never was.
That's a former law.
Nah, never was, sister. See, that's what makes me question about what she was dealing with because certain stuff just don't seem right. You know what I'm saying? We're not finna pull out the Quran first. We're gonna pull out our teachings. We're gonna read it. We're gonna read the message to the black man while we have Qurans and things like that.
No, dude. She's not saying that she was in a mosque setting. She's saying her spiritual husband brought the Quran out, and some of them will do that. So he's right. If you're in a Nation Islam setting, mosque setting, you won't get the Quran. They barely ever read that damn thing. That's why the Orthodox Muslims are mad at the Nation Islam. Like, yo, you never read the Quran. So they'll read their personal books first, and then they'll do the Bible. And the Quran is probably last. Listen, I don't believe in all my years, I don't believe we ever read from the Quran in any of my classes. Okay? I don't believe we ever read from the Quran. We read from the Bible. I don't believe we ever read from the Quran. And then we got the what's that called? The Minister Louis Farrakhan, what he wrote, we put together. I forgot what they call it. But we read that a lot. It did. But yeah, we never read from I don't recall ever reading from the Quran ever. So that would be, something we do on our own. So that's still, it's possible he was still a member, but he's trying to get her into, because different members are into different things. You got some members who are more into the Bible. You got some members who are more into Dianetics. You got some members who are more into like African spirituality. Everybody's different. You got members who cling on more of the messenger teachings. You got members who more into like different things, maybe politics, like Malcolm X. Like, so everybody cling on to different things. So just because her boyfriend or I'm sure spiritual husband clinged on to the Quran more than anything else, that just means that that's what's his thing. That doesn't mean that that wasn't done or he wasn't a member. That's not true what the brother's saying. And she never said she was in the mosque. She said they was trying to get their own mosque.
We use the Quran to
That's
sort
a
back
good
of
boy,
what we
man.
already teach.
That's
So-
the one Elijah wrote, right?
So, have you
We
read
had
the message
to,
of the black
we will
man?
read the message
Have
of the
you
black
been to
man.
MDT classes? Have you?
Didn't I tell Brother Khalid? We were trying to get a mosque set up. He was a part of a mosque when he lived in Brooklyn. When he came to upstate New York, he was in constant communication. There was an application process. He had to write this essay on what his attentions was. There was meetings that I was part of at one time, but then the men told me that I could no longer be a part of the meeting because I had all these questions, and I don't think they liked the fact that I even had these questions. And when we were trying to find maybe a mosque. Say that again.
Were you in MGT?
No, but the sister that he had a sexual affair, a sexual communication affair with was. So what does that matter?
She probably could be in those conversations because she MGT. We deal with in-house.
That's what.
We more in-house
That's
with
what.
it. If you
A sister
outside,
that
then
was
you can't be in
MGT
those
was
conversations.
having adulterous sexual conversations with the brother. So my thing
That's a
is,
different conversation.
because my thing is, so you can have good in NOI and you can have bad in NOI, right? But my thing was that I had brothers that were saying that if I didn't do, what he wanted me to do, he could go out there and find a sister that would take him as he was. That was not proper. I know for a fact that is misogynistic in itself. So the fact that you can sit up there and tell me that I should just deal with, whatever he given me, even though he promised me a whole nother life, where he was not, did not have to be responsible for his financial literacy, then you have issues, especially when the MGTs or women who were born and raised in the nation is out here, giving, actually participating in adulterous conversations with the brother. So
it happens.
But that's my point.
It's happening today.
So that's why when the Farrakhan had this conversation and you had these sound bites that come out, somebody is not pleased with Farrakhan or RZA, and it deserves to be put out there because people need to know what they're getting themselves involved in when they join a nation like this. How are the women going to be treated? Where are the women leaders? Where are the lieutenants and the captains that could have the ability to stand up for this female, but did not because of the psychological map that Farrakhan laid out? Nobody better speak up against this, the brother, and nobody better speak up for the woman because he already gave y'all the psychological map on how to even look at this situation because he knows that his true followers, the ones that has the cultist mentality, is going to sit up there and not question what comes out his mouth.
I don't have no disagreements with what you said, other than the assumption of a 7-minute recording clip. I mean, it's not even too much of a conversation that we can have on this because you only heard 7 minutes of conversation. So it's like it's
where the women.
There's no point, and the thing is, you don't even ask. Where's the other part of the recording? You don't even care.
Do you have it, Khalid? I would love to hear it.
Listen, you don't even care about it. That's the whole point.
Brother,
you don't care about it. And honestly,
if we ever
if
get
it was a full recording of it,
I would love
you probably
to hear
wouldn't even listen to it all the way. Because I don't feel like you don't even have the attention spans to even have the conversation.
Oh, you talking about my attention span, brother? Okay, I see what you said. I see what you just did there. Now listen,
check it down.
The way the chat was talking about you before I even got on the platform. I know you didn't let those words come out your mouth.
I'm starting to understand that we can't get an understanding.
I don't even believe that you have the attention span to even speak on the information that Taharka was trying to chastise them from backing off of you. Don't you ever let those words come out your mouth.
That wasn't the point of the conversation.
Don't you ever let those words come out your mouth ever again in life, especially when you have to Harker Bay trying to take up for your little unattention span, uneducated. This chat got on your ass for even trying to speak on the lesson. Don't you ever in your life talk about anybody attention span.
Why you come off since you be coming off like real angry, sis? Are you angry?
I'm so mad. I'm so mad that the nation did this to me, brother. To her, don't you see the pain?
She blamed it on the nation.
To my face. I'm upset that
she blamed it on the nation, and she didn't even have a community of
I am
Muslims.
upset, brother Tahar, that Khalid laughed at the fact that
He got nervous.
he really acted.
But at least he took it like a man.
No, Rizza, no, he thought that shit was funny. I'm upset that
You know why
brother
it was
Flex
funny?
came
You know
up
why it
here
was
and
funny to
said
me?
the other day when I was on the platform, how dare I even thought that I had the right to speak on this, and that you better be careful what you say, Sister Minister, because the minister words can cut you or they can hurt you. And so that, listen, brother Flex come over here threatening people. Brother Flex, Damon X over here getting all emotional at the females when I try to question him. I'm upset that the NOI is trying to pretend like they ain't misogynistic F-boys running around these streets. You got brother Khalid, because you got brothers like Khalid who appear to be sweet and innocent, and then he coming out here when soon as I make some extra points, he wants to talk about females' attention spans, and he don't think
I'm talking about your attention span.
This brother think he got another thing coming if he gonna sit up here and tell me that I have a short attention span, when he gonna sit up here and laugh at a misogynistic rant that his minister got here talking about. Oh Rizza, no, that shit ain't funny. That shit ain't cute. That your minister is a misogynistic, sexist F-boy who should have never even had those thought processes coming out of his mouth when he's dealing with a female. RZA should have never walked through the front door of that woman's house. He should have never stepped a foot there. You know who's there. And the fact that you don't sit up there and take up and say that the woman should have never left his house. How dare you, brother? How dare you? And like I said, the NOI misogyny has crept in this brother Khalid, and he's just gonna be another misogynistic F-boy walking around the Nation of Islam, hurting women just like the Farrakhan did, and just like RZA is. Whatever.
All right, let him talk. So Khalid, did you know what you was getting yourself into when you reached out to me?
I did.
This sister's off
the chain. I mean, I respect it. I see the anger. I see the anger. But the thing is,
right the whip. Hold up, Khalid.
Hey, y'all hit the like button real quick, man. Shout out to Humorous Real TV.
Did you know, like when you reached out to me, did you know that you was up against a sister formerly known?
I wasn't expecting to go. I wasn't expecting.
Oh man, that old sister's there on Morris World TV. She's such a firecracker.
She's a firecracker, but that's not a bad thing, you know. And I do apologize for what I said. Honestly, it was out of place.
Somebody say up against a
but check it out.
It's a hyena. But listen, let me say this, family. At the end of the day, if y'all, the one thing I do love about hosting Morris World TV and creating this platform, that we do this organically. I never talked to Khalid much about what we were going to talk about. I just told him the basis. I showed him the flyer. I never talked to Sister much of what we was going to talk about. Y'all got to understand that this is how our family look. And sometimes we don't like to see our family in the raw. Sometimes we like to be so polished. Sometimes we like to have we don't want our, our disagreements on Front Street like this. But deep down inside our heart, this is how our family feels. She really feels like this. Khalid grew up in the Nation of Islam, so he really feels that it is a reasonable path towards liberation and separation from this oppression. And he expresses that. And so this is our real family. So family, when you see this, don't try to look at it like, oh, Brother Tahar, why would you do that? Why you have them on the show? Why is sister acting like that? If y'all ain't got a sister formerly known in your family, then I don't know where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Also, if y'all don't have a brother like Khaled, that's a young brother that's very calm and he's holding it together as much as he can. He's from Chicago, so you already know he wants to go crazy, but he's holding it together. This is our real family. And when it's all said and done, we're going to have beautiful smiles just like we see with our sister and brother Khaled. So everybody just hold it together. Khaled, go ahead, brother.
Now, you said that the Nation of Islam did this to you, and no,
no, what I saw in the nation, the misogyny. Now, listen, now a lot of this is not representative of the NOI at large, but the Farrakhan definitely has issues that allows brother minister to fall through the cracks and allow the misogyny to take place. His addict, the way Farrakhan was speaking in his speech, even in the 7-minute sound clip, it speaks to a lot of the cracks. It speaks to a lot of the the mistakes that a lot of brothers make. I mean, do you remember about the brother maybe about 5-6 years ago who was a registered active member in the NOI, gave his wife herpes and got kicked out, wanted and begged to come back, but Farrakhan said he couldn't because she's gonna have to deal with that for the rest of her life. So like Farrakhan, like is great.
I never heard of that.
Inspirational as he is.
All right, so this is what I was trying to tell that young brother that I kicked ass in that debate, and I said, dude, you too young to know certain things. This brother right here, so I never heard that. So in his mind, it must not have happened or exist. The young brother is too goofy to know that this is not a rumor. Minister Louis Farrakhan was actually doing a lecture. Now, he never gave the brother's name, he never gave his sister's name, but he did. I heard that myself. I heard it myself, heard the lecture, I heard the minister talk about it. So what the sister is saying is fact. It was on a public, there was public access to it. It's a video, and you heard the minister talk about it. So exactly what she's saying, that's public record.
He has a lot of misogynistic thought process that has not been checked, and it goes unchecked, and it actually seeps into the NOI, and there's a lot of shadow.
Hold on, real quick.
Places in the NOI.
Where did you hear that story?
A lot of females
it's not a story. So Sister Prophet forgot how she even heard about it, but he thinks it's a story. And this is the problem with some of these dudes. They get out there and they want to speak and rep the minister, but they are unaware of the minister's videos. This was not a rumor, my brother. It's not a story. If it was a story, it was a story from your minister, Louis Farrakhan. He said it out of his own mouth. I heard it. It's not a story, brother. It's a lecture.
Are suffering in silence.
Where did you hear that story about the herpes?
I was part of the meeting, brother Khalid. When me and brother minister was still together, they was talking about this story when the brothers when they was having their conference call. There was a brother that got kicked out the nation because he gave his wife herpes. This was like 5-6 years ago.
He got kicked out the nation because he had sex with another person, and
he gave his wife herpes.
So it wasn't the fact that he gave her herpes. It's probably the fact that he committed adultery.
Because Farrakhan said,
because he's guessing. You heard her say Farrakhan said, because she's a little confused on her thoughts. So she is the brother wasn't too off on her. She's not explaining herself correctly. Now she says Farrakhan said. She said that from the beginning. That's why her brother a little confused. He's thinking this is just a story going around her circles. Now she says Farrakhan said. So yes, he did say it, my brother. This was something Farrakhan said. It wasn't something you just assume or just come up with. You just conjured. He actually said this.
She has to deal with this for the rest of her life. There have to be some kind of consequences for lifetime for you, and he wanted to come back in the nation. So you do remember this story?
I don't know about it. I'm just listening.
You heard about it.
I'm just listening to what you're saying. I don't know this story.
Okay, you don't know. Okay,
I don't know this story.
All right.
But I'm not saying that it's not true. But my idea of it is, The man got kicked out, not
Yeah,
because
so
he ate
now,
the person.
you see, everything is just to clean up. So these are, y'all watch those movies, mob movies or whatever, Jason Bourne, John Wick, they be having cleaners. Like they come clean up the murders and they make it spotless. Laborers, men laborers of the Nation of Islam are just cleaners. They just clean up Farrakhan's mess. When he becomes anti-Semite, they got to clean it up. And they got to make it sound like he's not anti-Semitic. When he said things homophobic, they got to come back and clean it up. So the laborers usually clean up his mess. When he make a mistake, say something that's controversial, or in this case, bashing a woman more than a man, the laborers feel like they got to clean it up. They got to make him spotless. Visit Islam interview right here. That's all he's doing, cleaning up Minister Louis Farrakhan's controversial stories, his mess.
Because he had a sexual.
Because there's a lot of brothers in the NOI that got caught having adulterous affairs and did not get kicked out the nation.
You don't really get.
Am I
kicked
right?
out.
Tell the truth, Khalid. Haven't there been brothers in the NOI that got caught cheating on their wife and was allowed to stay?
Every time I heard of a situation,
Yes or no,
listen to what I'm saying.
Yes or no, Khalid?
They get disciplined. They get put out the mosque.
So listen, is one of the disciplines that get whipped?
No.
Oh, come on. Yo, Taharka, brother minister.
I never heard of the whip part.
That was listen. That some of the brothers get dealt. They get whipped for
now, what I can say is, I went to school, Muhammad University of Islam. Whenever I was out of line, I got whooped. Yes.
Thank you. So what I'm so Khalid, thank you. So the fact that you could even admit to that I know that, I mean, we're talking about grown ass men getting
I don't know
whipped.
About that. I don't know.
All right.
And my father is an FOI, and I can never say that he ever. No, he's born and raised in the nation. We can call him right now to even ask. I can call him right now and see if he heard anything like that. I'm pretty sure he's gonna say no. No one is finna let another man whip them. It's not a fraternity. It's not a fraternity.
I think it's crazy too. But listen,
oh God, most likely, I think it's.
Heard one of the disciplines is you could get whipped. There's lashes and there's like certain sins get more lashes than others. No, I mean,
no ma'am.
But you said you got whooped as a kid.
No, because everyone knows, not everyone, but Muhammad University is that school where, yes, our teachers were our aunties. Our
teachers were our uncles. Probably for acting up. I'm talking about grown ass men getting whooped, getting licked. I'm talking about getting whooped, like with some kind of with getting lashes.
No man.
All right, so screenshot his hair, because he's campaigning to be a representative in the future. You see his hair, it's normal black. Watch it be slicked back in 6 years.
For sins such as adultery.
But Taharka, you ever heard of that?
His hair got slick as hell off his head.
I've never heard of that. I've been around quite some time. That's the
They got hit at the same time? Same exact time. It's like Alex Jones, Minister Farrakhan, one other person off at the exact same time.
Let me get my lashes today. I couldn't even. Troy X.
I'm just thinking about my father alone. It's not happening. It's not happening.
God.
But that's another misunderstanding though. It's like your whole idea is misunderstood about the nation, and I'm trying to get back to that point where
I'm
trying to get back to that point.
The whole nation is not misogynistic. Not the whole nation, not all of them. But because the speaking points that was in this clip that the public was never supposed to hear, y'all were, I don't even think you realize you're not supposed to be okay with even the sound bite, even the 7 minutes that came. That's not okay for Farrakhan to even have this ideology.
So you telling me
process?
So, because the way I see it is, if the minister was really being misogynistic, he would have handled this business really private. A lot of stuff we don't even bring out to the meetings like that. This was brought out to the whole nation, women and men in the audience, and he was disciplining both of them in front of the women and men, telling you what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do on both sides. So he was speaking from the woman's perspective when he was doing the imitation, and he also did a reason got aside for the men. It wasn't a reenacting of the man. He don't have to act like a man because he is a man. He's talking to us. He's talking.
Why would he act like the woman though?
Because
why would he reenact the woman?
He's putting in perspective of women that's in the audience, so they can relate to what's going on.
Yeah, because he's trying to get women. He's trying to psychologize the females to believe that if they ever get sexually assaulted, it's their fault. Because guess what? They didn't lower their gaze. They let the dude come to the door.
He never blamed anyone. He never blamed anyone. He never put one blame over the.
You bring the nigga out of us.
Y'all bring the nigga out of us.
On the female.
You bring the nigga out of us.
That's putting the onus on the woman.
Can we listen to the clip and break it down and just bit by bit so we can understand what's going on? Because there's a lot of stuff being taken, a lot of stuff not even being spoken of in the clip. It's a 7-minute clip. We only speak about probably about 10 to 20 seconds of it. That's the discussion about it we've been having. Let's just bring it up. Let's break it down clip by clip.
We don't even talk about the disagreements. You actually said it, Khalid, that he said you bring the nigga out of us and you thought it was true.
That's
you actually feel like that's true, because if you didn't feel like that was true, Khalid, you would have never even agreed with Farrakhan for even saying it. He was like, because y'all do. That's what y'all do. You know we got the nigga in us, and you bring it out. You actually verified his thought process. And saying
that wasn't active.
Go ahead, Tar.
That was NOY.
If you're listening, I wish you very well. The very handsome brother, too. Highly intelligent. But you've got to bring your moral standard up.
Pause.
Now, this don't sound like a man that should be a leader of the up and coming generations. No way. Like he's beyond his time, man. He has no energy.
You gotta bring your moral standard up. He's talking to reason. He's disciplined.
He's not digging into him yet.
No,
though.
listen. He's not putting the blame. He's not putting the blame on him.
Digging into the female first.
No. He's bringing into he's going to reason first.
You see how calm he is.
You gotta bring him.
You see how calm he is. But watch when he tell the women, you bring the nigga out of us. Remember, let's see how he say that.
The minister always gradually. If you know the minister, he gradually.
You got to bring a moral standard up. You got to bring a moral standard up, Rizza. But then when it comes to the women, when the nigga come out, y'all bring the nigga out of us. That's what Farrakhan. His whole energy changed. It shifted, and it
the women are gonna fall in love with you. But you can't have them all now. I don't know how Solomon made out. I don't know how long he lived either. And she'll kill himself with the 1,000 concubines. But I'm not envious of Solomon. And you know, when you understand who a woman is and what a woman is, please, brothers, don't mess with them. Don't mess over them.
Pause. Do we see any misogynistic things going on right now?
Let it play, brother. Let it play. You bring the nigga out of us. You bring the nigga out of us. Remember when he said that, Khalid? Remember when he said that, Khalid?
Now listen. Keep going, because he's talking high of the women right now.
Ooh, they can be the devil.
Yeah, he's putting equality.
No. He calling the women the devil. He ain't saying Rizza was the devil. He ain't saying the man was the devil.
But they can be from the devil.
See, that's the misogyny right there, Khalid.
If you don't treat them right.
So okay, so if we don't treat y'all right, it's our fault when we bring the nigga out. Do you understand? So it's not their fault.
He said you getting the roles mixed up. He said we men don't treat the women right. They could be from the devil. So
Why was RZA from the devil? How come RZA couldn't be from the devil when he stepped in the door and when one from the female?
women.
He's not talking about that, man. He's not.
Because he
not
don't
speaking
see
from your
men as the
perspective.
devil. He see women as the devil. When we get
They
treated
are
wrong.
God.
Now the brother know that the lessons teach that women are the closest thing to the devil. Okay, that's in the teachers. Brother acting stupid now. That's why I gotta be on these things, man. Just to stop the cat, like, dude, stop it. You know that's talked about in the nation. Our women are the closest to the devil.
Get angry, we get called devils. But then when y'all get angry, it's our responsibility to bring the nigga out of y'all.
Have you heard of this quote the minister said that every no good woman was made by a no good man?
Okay, but in this,
have you heard of that quote?
But the difference is when the no good man is no good, he can be reformed back to God. But when a woman is no good, she's the devil now. That's the difference, my brother. A no good man is still God. A no good woman is the devil. Okay, that's what's not being spoken to. And that's what's not being said.
How many times have he said in this speech?
For example, they won't say Yakub is the devil. Yakub is responsible for 59,999 black men and women dead. And they don't mass genocide max. And they don't call him the devil. They say he's a righteous. They call him a righteous God and all that. Okay. Oh, my screen froze. Okay. My screen is freezing. I don't know. Well, I do know. I got some tabs up. Oh, boy. My screen has frozen. Let me close out some things.
That the no good man, no, that RZA was a no good man and he made that woman no good. He was not saying that in this.
They don't even say Yakub's the devil.
He was saying that the women are the devil for getting upset, but when y'all get upset at us, it's our fault for bringing the nigga out of y'all.
Sis, are you mad at the NOI?
I'm mad at the misogyny in the NOI to Harker.
He can only see it from her perspective.
I'm mad at Farrakhan for even letting those words come out his mouth.
She feel like she's coming from a point of understanding when it's really ignorance, and that's what makes it bad right now. We can't even look at it from a different point of view.
Women can be from the devil if you don't treat them right.
Yes, we
have the right to get angry and not be called a devil at the same time, Khalid. We are not the devil.
He said
we are not from the devil.
No, okay,
y'all for treating us wrong. Y'all the devil for treating us wrong.
Quick,
that's the correct mentality, Khalid.
Real quick, let's read the English language. The words are right here. He said they are from God, but they can be from devil. He not said women are from devil. He said they can be. This is a possibility that could happen in the future.
So when we get upset when y'all treat us bad, think about this, Khalid. When we are angry, when y'all treat us bad, we're from the devil. We can't be from God. We can't be from God when we mad at y'all. Y'all don't like to be corrected, Khalid, because y'all misogynistic. Y'all misogynistic.
You are from
y'all don't
God.
want nobody telling y'all how what wrong y'all are. Y'all don't, because you got Farrakhan over here saying we bring the nigga out of y'all.
You are from God. This is what he said.
Only when we act right, but when we get mad, though, Khalid,
he said
we from the devil. When y'all cheat on us, when you beat us, when you see us in the different, you're not listening because you talking. When you not treating us equal with equality, justice, and freedom, now we from the devil.
Hold up, sis. Go ahead,
he
brother.
Says that you are from God, and if we don't treat you right, you can be from the devil. This is what he's saying. this goes back to the teaching where he says every no good woman has been treated no good by a no good man. This is what he says. This plays right into the word plays where you going. Sisters, we are going into that on September 16th. The minister just did a class with the women on September 16th. They had a retreat where they brought all the women from all around the nation into Chicago, and they had a good weekend, and the minister spoke to them on the 16th. This is what goes on. He said, you can be from the devil if we not treating you right. If my woman, if I'm keep treating her like I'm not raised in the nation, and then I'm treating her like she a hoe or let her do whatever like that, yes, she can be from the devil. Allow her to do anything. Yes, that could be devilish acts. I'm not saying that she's the devil. She can be from the devil, meaning having devil like or unrighteous like tendencies.
So it's unrighteous for us to get mad at y'all. That's basically what
That's not what
Farrakhan
it
is
said.
saying.
That's
That is the psychology map. That is the map that he's trying to tell y'all how to respond. And he's trying to psychologize the females into believing it's their fault for getting upset. We don't have the right to be angry. He gives y'all the right to be angry and say, well, it's y'all fault for bringing a nigga out of us.
I want you to show me the rest of the tape because she's
Go ahead, Taharka, push play.
A little bit.
Number 16. The sister is charging you, brother, with rape. That's a horrible charge. But to my sister, you lower yourself. You were engaged to that man. According to what I read. And you allowed him to stay in your house. You allowed him to lay down on your bed.
Oh my goodness.
See? Pause it, Taharka. Pause it, Taharka.
He laid down.
You go back that one. Let him
pause it. Go ahead. Let me hear what you got to say.
You allowed him, sister.
You allowed him in your house. You allowed him
Was
to
it
lay down in
true
bed.
or false?
As RZA,
Is he
as
making
if
true
RZA
or
did
false
not have,
statements?
as if RZA did not have the ability to not even walk through the front door.
Sister.
That's why. So now you understand that Farrakhan is making sure that the woman, his fiance, and the women who are listening to this, that it is the woman's fault for even allow him to walk through the door. No, it is not the woman's fault.
The minister.
I don't care. Go ahead.
The minister is disciplining both sides in this.
No,
in these states.
She's making.
You say you're gonna listen.
Making the woman responsible.
You say you were
for
going to
RZA's sexual assault.
Can we have a dialogue without you cutting me off? Can you say you're gonna let me speak? So can I continue to talk?
Go ahead, Khalid.
I'm gonna be real short. I'm not really trying to even take over the conversation. I want to have a conversation with you. I don't want to talk over each other. He said you allow him to stay in your house. So, mind you, in the beginning of the conversation, he went on RZA, put accountability on RZA, and now he's putting accountability on the woman because he's talking in front of women as well. He's talking for the other MGT that's in the room as well that could be going through the same or that could be going through the same exact situation. You allowed them in your house, you allowed them to lay in your bed and lay beside you. What the hell is going on here? This is not supposed to be happening. That's he's a leader talking to both sides of what's going on, the men and the women. He went to RZA, he told him you being immoral. Then he went to her and told her you allow him into your house. This is the equality thing that's going on. So she allowed him. RZA can't force his way into her house without her allowing. They are engaged. They are engaged in the activities that are not allowed in the Nation of Islam. So the minister is going to speak on both parts of what's going on that is wrong in the situation. RZA wasn't supposed to be there. She wasn't supposed to allow him in the house. we speaking to both sides. However you want to take it, if you want to take it as the fact that he's going on her and he's bashing her, he's not. He's going to take accountability of both sides.
No, it is not her fault that she got sexually assaulted. If she told him to lay down in the bed, RZA was not even supposed to force himself on her. Listen, let's not even speak in RZA in the fiance term. If a woman tells a man to lay down in the bed, if a woman starts kissing on the brother, and the brother still wants sex, and the woman say, you know what, I don't want to have sex, the brother is supposed to stop.
Yes, ma'am.
The brother does not have the right to force himself on the woman.
But now we're talking about the brother doesn't even have a right to be in the woman's house. So that we're gonna get to that point first. We're gonna get to that point. We're not gonna skip to the end. We're gonna skip to the part.
Do you understand that Farrakhan telling her that it's her fault that she got sexually assaulted?
No, that's not what he's saying.
Because she let him in the house.
He did not say that, ma'am.
But you allow him to stay in your house.
Yes. He didn't say
not her fault.
You allow him to rape you.
If she didn't want to have sex,
if
she didn't want to have sex, Khalid, RZA was supposed to not have sex with her.
But Sahara, could you engage him with me a little bit, just a little bit, because I need some equality up in here too.
Oh, brother Khalid, you on your own, brother Khalid.
I need some equality. I want him to.
Now listen, let me just. I'm letting y'all flow with it, but let me say this. I actually understand what she's saying. It seems like that the minister is a little harder in this clip. Now, again, to Khalid's point, we haven't heard the other parts of the conversation, but in this clips, it seems as though he's a little more harsh on the role that the sister played as opposed to the role that Risa played. Only in this clip, but we only have this clip to go by. And I think that's why the sister is able to express herself in the way that she's expressing herself, because it seems to be that in this clip, he's saying that, and you allowed him, and like, you know, that, but it's a clip though. You know how you can splice a clip. I mean, it's a clip, and you allowed him. You know, we don't know on the other end where he could be saying to Risa, you know, how could you allow yourself to go to this woman's house? And we don't know that. So, you know, I mean, we're only going off this clip. So I think we can give the minister the benefit of the doubt to say that, hold up, it's only a 7-minute clip. But because of your situation, because of Sis' situation, she just go run with this little clip and say, listen, you allowed him, you know what I mean, to lay on down in your bed, and he laid down beside you. What the H is going on here? Now, to the minister benefit, I don't think that the minister is accusing the sister. No, I don't. I really don't think that. I think it's how the minister is expressing himself that can be taken out of context. You know, it's like sometimes
you allow Taharka. Farrakhan said you allow him to stay in your house.
But
you allow him to lay down on your bed,
is that
making it her responsibility.
Is that true or false? Ma'am, I want to ask you: have you ever said anything? Have you ever said anything off the cuff and you say, I could have said that different because you really didn't mean it that way, or you realize that it could be taken another way? Me, as a Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America, I have said things in such a way. Now, I probably would have never said anything like that, but I understand that in certain circumstances, I'll give you an example. We in our Sunday class meeting today, I was a little bit harsh in my expressing of a sister, and then it's a public meeting, so I'm gonna say it. It's a public meeting, and in the Sunday class meeting, the sister said, when are we going to talk about sisters that are being abused? When are we going to deal with sisters that is taken advantage of? And I said to the sister, I said, specifically, what are you talking about? I can't address anything generally. I said, generally speaking, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in our community that, you know, it's just news. It's the talk of the day. It's like, and I can't address it. I need specifics. And I was kind of harsh at the way I was like, give me specifics. Now, I didn't know that I didn't know that the sister actually was experiencing some things personally because she
Now
didn't
all of a
say that.
sudden,
And,
the minister
and you know, I
was
could have handled
normally
that.
perfect in expressing his mind, all of a sudden made a mistake. Like, come on. Like, normally when he talks, he's very detailed and well thought out. You know, his speech is well thought out, well put together. Now all of a sudden he can't form a sentence. Come on. Like, Taharka, come on, man. You know, goddamn what the Nation of Islam. This is how they talk.
A different way, but I'm like, I'm trying to say, sister, I need specifics. What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about. And in haste, I'm pushing to like, I want to know how I can help because you're speaking in general. And she never came to the point where she spoke in specifics. You know what I'm saying? So I'm speaking from a general point of view. Like this, a lot of these things happen all the time. And so I say that to say that sometimes as a leader, as an orator, or one that is trying to adjust the situation, sometimes we say things and the public can receive it the wrong way, but that doesn't mean that that's our intentions. You follow what I'm saying?
But you never, but Taharka, but guess what? You never said, well, you should have never let that dude in your house. See what I'm saying, Taharka? There's a difference. That's why it's a difference.
He didn't even say that.
Taharka, did you say, well, you should have never let that dude in your life?
I'm talking about the minister. The minister is saying exactly what she did. He didn't lie on her not one time. She allowed him to stay in his home. This is facts.
So he's not lying. So
the facts that he's bringing out.
So she deserves to get sexually assaulted for allowing the dude in the house.
No, I know no one ever said that, ma'am. That's your understanding.
What
that's
Farrakhan is saying. She's charging you. What if Farrakhan says she's charging you with the R word?
Let me ask you a question, sis. If me and you was having a conversation and I was counseling you about your 10-year relationship, and I said to you, I say, sis, why in the world would you let this guy do this to you? Why would you continue to put up with this stuff? Why would you allow this guy after the first year to continue to perpetuate this? What's wrong with you, sis? Why would you do this? Would you be mad at me?
But what did I allow him to do to me that I never allowed him to
manipulate you for 10 years?
Hold up, stop, brother, stop.
I didn't allow him to manipulate me.
Listen, sis.
Because I said something when he would do something and he would say he would do better. Do you understand that, Khalid?
You allowed him to do better.
I didn't allow him to do anything to me, Khalid. Khalid.
Sis, if I was to say, sis, at one day, the first time that he had cheated on you spiritually, you should have left it alone. Why did you allow him to do it twice? Would you be mad at me if I asked you that?
No, because the reason why I wouldn't let you be mad, I would say, listen, I didn't allow him to cheat on me the first time, and he said he would stop doing it.
No,
that would be my response to you.
Okay, and then I would say, but sister, 10 years, sister, what more do you need after the first, second, third, fourth, fifth? 10 years. Sister,
okay, now remember the second time that I confronted him was one of the
I'm giving an example. I'm not
right, because he didn't do it like over and over and over again.
I'm saying, but over 10 years, if I say, well, sis, what part did you play in this for him to do this?
I would say to Taharka Bay, I didn't do anything because all I was trying to do was make sure that brother.
Sis, that's the problem. That's the problem.
How is it my fault?
Because no, it takes two to tangle. The basic to
tangle to what?
No,
because you compare it.
Listen to me, sis. It takes two people. The only way that someone can do something to you in that form of a relationship, you have to be complicit. You have to say, okay, I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm gonna give you 2 passes. I'm gonna give you 3 passes. I'm gonna give you 4 passes, and 10 years later, you have given so many passes that now you are a part of the conspiracy for him to run over top of you because you had the ability to stop it at any given time, but
by leaving. So like if y'all would have left and then I got cheated on another brother, so it would have been my fault.
Sis, Our people have to understand the part that we play. You're not solely responsible, but you are jointly responsible.
No.
Because at any given moment, and the only reason that he stopped, sis, you say because he ran with a sugar mama. And if it wasn't for the sugar mama, you want to continue to invite this type of trauma in your life, and you be blaming somebody else.
No, because when I confronted him about it, I said, so how are we going to do the divorce?
No, it's not. There's no confront. It's bye or I'm gone.
Yeah,
That's how you handle that. You don't confront. It's bye or I'm gone after the
That's the way you feel, Brother Taharka. No, if I have the right to confront because I wanted to make sure that he understood that during the divorce process.
He understood after the first time when he did it a second time. He understood.
So when I confronted him the second time and it was like, okay, so what's the divorce proceedings? Like, I get the.
No, there is none. The divorce proceeding is bye, I'm gone, it's a wrap. That's the
It's
proceeding.
not that simple.
Oh, it's very that simple.
No, so because if I'm ready to end the as long as I'm ready to end the relationship,
in the real world with independent, strong women, as we like to say we have. In the real world, it's you cross me, you hurt me, you brutalize me, and I stand for it no more. What's the procedure? See you later. Bye. I'm gone. That's it.
What, I did not tell you I left the second time?
No,
After
10 years.
It didn't. Okay, it happened when it happened the second time. I confronted him. Didn't I tell you the baby got involved?
Yeah,
and there was like
what
a
I'm
whole.
trying to help you to understand, sis, is that as a minister, the minister, and I'm not a member of the Nation of Islam.
Right.
I know what it is to make sure each party know that they're both playing a role. One don't escape. Because they're both participating. They're both in the room. They're both are culpable at some point. They know better. As the brothers say, you can't even sit in the front seat with me when we're courting. You sit in the back seat if I'm riding. If you're riding with me, I sit in the back seat of riding you. So they know the rules. And for them to break the rules, maybe, just maybe, both of them is going to have to pay the cost that they.
That sister did not deserve any accountability for her to get sexually assaulted because River can't control himself.
Sexual assault. That's not what's going on here. That's not what's going on here. The question is, why would you allow this when you know better, sis? You are mature. You are an adult. Why? We have rules. We have structure in the nation.
What make you think that I allowed it?
No, listen. Not
I didn't allow anything.
I'm speaking from the sense of a structured organization. A structured organization like the Nation of Islam. They say this is protocol. This is protocol. Why would you allow yourself? Forget what happened. Why would you allow yourself to break protocol? Because without breaking protocol, none of this would happen.
No, RZA. Should have never put. He should have. Okay, listen. If he sexually assaulted her, he does not have a right to have sex.
No. Before all that, I'm just trying to give you understanding of taking responsibility.
Because she let him walk through the door. She deserves to get sexually assaulted.
That's not supposed to happen. What I'm saying is, we're not talking about the sex thing. We're talking about why don't you take responsibility for breaking protocol? We're not even to the bed part yet. Forget the bed part.
Because the outcome to Harka is that she got sexually assaulted. And
we're going to get to that. Do anybody deserves to take responsibility? Do anybody should anybody be reprimanded for breaking protocol? Forget the sexual assault for 1 second. Should anybody be reprimanded for breaking protocol in a nation?
She does not deserve any kind of reprimand.
I'm going to ask you one more time. If you are a part of the organization and you have rules and you break the rules, do you deserve to be reprimanded?
Not for sexual assault.
No, we're not there yet. The rules. If the rules.
She let him in the house because one of the protocols you're speaking of is.
Is that black girl magic?
There's rules to it.
That code that some women that live by? Women are never wrong, no matter what. Yeah. She's getting a little bit. Yeah, what's that? Cognitive dissonance.
If you break protocol, do you deserve to be addressed and reprimanded? Yes, this you do.
Not sexual assault.
We not
I mean,
there
come
yet.
on, Taharka, but we talked about
Hey,
sexual assault.
all right, sis. We can't rock with you on that one, okay? You are really being one-sided. Again, see, now that's when when the conversation changes, and women can do no wrong. And by behaving like that, you really lower women past men. Now there's no equality. You dig? You know, like the brother said on his other channel, now you're putting women in a kid's like type of position where if you do something wrong, you are void of responsibility because you are a kid. You dig? You think you're a teenager. You got a teenager mind. You're not matured. You're not responsible enough. You dig? That's where it's going now. If women are equal as men, as far as everything, and even in the mind and with responsibilities and accountability, sis, the answer is flat out yes. Okay, they both need to be held to the protocol. If you believe women are just as guilty, if that woman is just as guilty as the man, and she should not be held to the same discipline, then you're making the argument something else now. Now we're not dealing with equality anymore. Okay, we're going somewhere else now.
We're not there yet. We're gonna get to that.
Okay, give me an example of like say, what do I have to do?
I got
give me
one.
an example.
I have one.
The protocol is that you don't go.
Yeah, Haskell, she listen, sis, I like you. So with all due respect, you're getting into your childlike mind at this point. You dig? And this is what Asar was talking about earlier that I played the clip of Asar. He said, at this point, you just gotta let them be. Bid them a good day. When they get like this, and as you can see, it happens on the channel and other channels and other things you watch. When they get like this, there's nothing. And this is why I like to get this out the door from the beginning. Taharka waited, what, half the show's almost gone. You dig? I would have rooted a third, with 2/3 of the show's already finished. I would have got this out from the beginning. So everybody can, and I would have got the brother too, because the brother is a man lover when it comes to Farrakhan. But she's a woman lover when it comes to this women's code, you dig? Where they could do no wrong, even when they're actually wrong. Now you see why Malika Andrews was like, Stephen, we can't blame the women. There's the code. You can never blame women, even when they're to be blamed. You dig? Justifiably. This is what's going on now. So now, sis, you done hopped on Khalid's level. So whatever level we thought Khalid was on with this Nation Islam man loving stuff, you didn't put yourself on his level completely now. You're in denial. Just say yes and move on. You dig? Now I don't see you any different than Khalid. And my computer froze again. All right, I gotta get rid of some of these tabs. Keep freezing. What? All right. What's this Norton security bullshit keep popping up?
To a man's house, or the woman doesn't, or the man doesn't go to the woman's house before marriage. If you break that protocol, do you deserve to be addressed and reprimanded?
Reprimanded how though?
You're not going to do, sister.
It depends.
You got to deal with this in stages. The stage is it's an organization. This is not willy-nilly girlfriend boyfriend. It's an organization. There's checks and balances. There's protocols. So the first thing that you got to understand is the minister is addressing protocol. But what you hear is, and I can't speak for the minister, but I think what you're hearing is just the why you let him in your bed. But what I'm hearing as a leader of the Moorish Science Temple of America is, why are you breaking protocol? And both of them broke. Like he asked the RZA, what is wrong with you? He asked them. And he says in the speech, what is going on here? because
like giving the sister, because he was actually addressing the sister. What is going on? You let him in the house. You let him lay down in your bed. What the hell is going on here?
What I'm saying
Making
is
it her responsibility for getting sexually assaulted.
no, that's not. And sis, what I'm trying to inform you is that there is never an excuse for sexual assault. Never, ever, ever. And I don't even want you to try to interpret that. Do you really believe in your heart that the minister is blaming her for?
Yeah, because he said, why did you let him lay down in the bed? Why did you let him come to the front
I
door?
don't think that's fair for the minister. I don't believe that. Come on, sis.
You had the words up there, Taharka.
I'm saying this. I disagree with a lot of the theology of the Nation of Islam, but I will never put in my heart to believe.
Okay, well, we can agree to disagree.
Can I say one thing?
I would never believe that.
I want to say one thing.
I believe in the moment. I believe in the moment he's really addressing protocol, not the actual act.
I don't even think it's cool to even be talking about protocol when somebody's been sexually assaulted.
And that's what I was saying. I was saying that the protocol discussion needs to be handled after they handle the rape thing, right? At least if you're going to mention both in the same setting, deal with the more severest charge, or the most severe breaking of rules or accusations first, and then go with the protocol lastly. The order is. I disagree with Minister Farrakhan and Taharka and his brother Khalid on that one. You got to address the rape thing first, the sexual assault thing first. Then after that squared out, you get on RZA, then you go down. Sister, what were you thinking? That's against our protocol. Our protocol protects such acts of violence amongst men and women in the nation. You dig something like that.
But you got to understand, and the thing that my brother Khalid says, this was a private meeting. So imagine if me and you was in a private meeting, right? And I said to you,
he should be dealt with because he's out here. He's allowed to be in the public though. To address the public, to recruit the public, the world. We have the right to know. We have the right to know because he's out here recruiting.
No, that's another conversation. The first.
Why is it another conversation? If RZA has access to the public, they don't have the right to sit up there and say, "Well, this is something this is our business." If he's out here,
it is. Sis, if me and you have a private conversation on this phone and you running into some problems, some personal problems, and I was to address you in such a way that could be taken a different way, and it leaks out to the public, wouldn't you feel like that's disingenuous because we walked away, solved the problem, we walked away, addressed the problem, but that little clip that surfaced that's why I didn't address this in the way that it was leaked to me. That's why I say, no, leave this alone for now. You know what I'm saying? And it was tons of emails coming for me asking me about this. But what I'm telling you, sis, if we talked about something in private and a piece of it leaked, but the conversation we had concluded on good terms, but a piece of it leaked, and then make it sound as if I'm blaming you, wouldn't you feel some type of way? Wouldn't you be like, nah, man, Talk didn't blame me. He was telling me that I broke protocol in being in an organization, or no, I didn't feel as though he should have said. He could have said it different, but he didn't mean it that way.
Protocol should not even be brought up in a serious situation of sexual assault. Protocol, that to me, that's a distraction.
Ma'am, yeah, think about it like this.
It's an organization.
We have certain rules and regulations. Okay, so say if I was at the club, like, why was you hanging out? We gonna deal with the situation, but first we gonna address what you was doing improperly. So she gets touched on her butt and she calls the brothers for assistance. They're gonna do some investigation on what's going on first. They're gonna address the protocol first, and then we're gonna deal with it, but we're gonna address this first because we have rules set in place for this. Certain stuff won't happen. For a reason being accused of, it's rules set in place for stuff like that not to happen.
We're at the 2 hour, oh shit. Okay, my computer keeps freezing. I got too many tabs. The principle that an assault did in fact occur based on purely an accusation. Yeah. Right. Well, she sometimes says if it actually happened. I think everybody's basing it off. It actually happened. You dig? But how does an organization, handle that? Like, don't that always go to the authorities? Like, how does an organization decide whether that's true or false? You dig? With limited resources, I should say. All right, so I can't even type. Anyway, my computer keeps freezing. This really never happens. So I'm gonna stop right here. Man, I ain't even go all the way back there. Hold on. We were over here somewhere. We were over here somewhere.
Door. I have
so we're at the 2 hour, 21 minute mark. I'm gonna stop it here. We'll pick it back up at about 7. I gotta restart this computer. It's bugging out.